Something about you feels so different. Yeah, you mess me up inside. It's like your energy was kissing my soul back to life, was living. Now it feels like every part of me is died. Yeah, you're gone without a trace. You left me where no one can find me. There's no sign of life out here. I scream and it goes silent. I fight so hard, but I can't find my way out. Lost all dimension and time. I keep you losing my mind, and this goes down. This goes down. Every message that I send you, you just leave them all read. Now every part of me is hurting. Cross my heart, I don't deserve this. Loved you just for you to haunt me in the end. Yeah, you're gone without a trace. You left me where no one can find me. There's no sign of life out here. I scream and it goes silent. I fight so hard, but I can't find my way out. Lost all dimension and time. I don't think I'm losing my mind, and this goes down.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's everybody doing? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. Apparently, the Dragonflight pre-patch has been finally announced. How the servers doing, by the way, over on the beta? Are those up? Because I'm seeing like a mixed reports over in the chat. Some of you guys saying servers already up. Somebody saying no, they're still down. Are we actually getting a new build? Are they really going to be start doing builds on Tuesdays now? I mean, come on. I'm okay with that, sorta, because that means we got Wednesday and Thursday to take a look at the builds. Beta's down. Come on, Douglas. You know what? I was actually kind of okay with Blizzard doing them on the Thursday or a Wednesday, just so we can go back Tuesday and just get back into the regular swing of things. But now we gotta wait. Are you kidding me? Am I a beautiful butterfly? Of course you are, AJ. Of course you're my man. You better believe it. How you doing, Dalaran? The Dalaran fan twice. William, Barul, Jay, Casey, AJ, my man, Silver, twice. Jeremy, how y'all doing? Ashley, how you doing? Tida, how you doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. Boys, I got myself a kind of a big project I'm working on tonight. I have just about everything I want to do for it, but it's like one or two things I'm missing. Also, again, like I said at the beginning, apparently the pre-patch has been announced. It's going to be a pre-patch in 2 phases. Now, how do you guys feel about getting, like, first you get the pre-patch for like the new class changes and all that stuff, and apparently you'll still be able to earn a lot of the Shadowlands rewards like KSM, PvP seasonal participation stuff, basically anything that isn't like a plus, you know, hero achievement for keystones or like gladiator stuff. Basically everything else can be earned for a little bit, and then later, 2 weeks after, is the Evoker, together with the new event with the catch-up gear and all that other stuff. How do you guys feel about it being in 2 phases though? I like the 2-phase MMO. Yeah, how do you guys feel about that overall? Because I love just getting all those things at once, but I'm a big fan of just getting overwhelmed with stuff. Like, that's just kind of how I roll. I get overwhelmed that it's just like way too much stuff to work with, but it just kind of feels nice to get all these new updates all at once. Getting them little by little, I don't know, man. I don't know. You got a haircut? I did. how to get the gear, catch-up gear. So you kind of do the invasions and you kill like elemental warlords or something, and you just earn it from the event, and then you could buy it with the currency you get from the events as well. So it'll be a pretty easy way in like the 2 weeks that we have the event. You should be able to go and get it fairly easily, farm it out as needed. Haircut looks amazing. Thanks, boys. I actually got the guy to give me a cut. Get it short on the sides and the back, you know what I mean? A little bit short at the top because it grows out more than everything else. And then also he did the beard for free too. He helped shape it a little bit. He did such a good job with the beard. This time he's like shaping it. And it's like, nah, don't worry about the beard. Because it just feels like he didn't have to do much there. He just like adjusted. I felt like he was putting in a little bit of effort, but you know. It was the Animal of the Storm catch-up gear. So that's going to be 252. So catch-up gear is... They're adding gear that's good enough to dive into the new content, but they also don't want to invalidate the process of heroic raiders, mythic plusers, mythic raiders, and high tier PvPers. So the gear is only 252, which isn't impressive. It's not amazing, but again, I think it's a decent way of like adding something to catch up with. So you don't need to do a normal race to get that gear. You could just kind of like do this event without invalidating that other gear. I'm kind of okay with them invalidating though. I'm okay with this to start. Like, mythic raiders are gonna have such an advantage going into Dragonflight. You're not gonna stop to replace gear at all until you hit max level, and only then you may start replacing an item or two, like weapons and stuff. So it's gonna be like you're gonna be blazing right through it. All that gear is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be very, very helpful. What's up, y'all? How you doing? What's up, Felipe? Hey, doing, my guy? Hope you have a good one. Tony, I'd rather have time considering playing Drac Tier as a main. If you're playing an old class, it doesn't matter. But that's a fair point. Yeah, a lot of people are excited to try out Drac Tier, and 2 weeks may not be enough time for them to like figure out if this is something you're gonna main. If you give people a month, I feel like a lot of people would have an idea of what they think about Drac Tier. But the delay is probably to make sure that they can keep working on Evokers for a little bit longer, just to make sure they got them right. Does talent streaks come out? Yes, talent streaks come out. So every other class stuff comes out immediately. Dalaran Scarfed, can I get a hashtag hot Dally Bear fresh haircut? I mean, chat, if you see it, if you want to join in on that one, hot Dally Bear. All right. I mean, if y'all want to do that, boys, thank you so much, Talent Scarfed. I appreciate it. 2 bones my way. Where's my alerts? Oh, it's because my alerts are not even on. Hold on a second. There we are. Alright, chat. Let's see where the servers are at. Oh, there it is. There we are. I appreciate ya. I might feel like it should be 270, but I understand the reasoning. I kind of agree with that. Yeah, the higher the better, in my opinion. Like, the way I feel it, the higher the item level, the better. I'm perfectly okay with it. Like, I don't feel like as a raider, I'm kind of okay with everybody else just being able to catch up and get on an equal footing as they start the expansion. I don't really feel like as a mythic raider, like I should have any kind of an advantage. But I understand, like, why people feel that way, or why anybody would feel that way. You know? I don't know. I'm perfectly okay with it. It's just my thought process is Shadowlands is over. I don't really care for my progression in Shadowlands. I don't care for the raids in Shadowlands. I just feel like it'd be kind of nice just to start everybody on the same field, so everybody gets a equal experience heading to Dragonflight. That being said, a lot of the mobs are not difficult at the very beginning. You shouldn't really struggle questing, but like the speed at which the mythic raiders are gonna level, boy, it blows base starter gear out of the water. Like, I've done a couple times leveling on Karanas, the server Karanas. I made a fresh character with full greens. I made a character that I copied over with my gear. You just blast through mobs. Like, first zone, you just one-shotting things for the most part. It's actually kind of crazy. So your rate of experience and speed is quick. Like, once you get into dragon riding and start sniping all the mobs and doing all the side objectives, you're just clearing them so quickly. You're going to be getting into later parts very easily. I also feel like the talents that we got actually going to make us so stronger. Like, even though removing tier sets out of the equation, our talents are going to make us really powerful. Hey, what's up, Tony? Hey, man, hope you have a good one. Maybe like to 609 for the memes. There we go, my guy. To 70. Yeah, I feel like that'll be fine. Either way works, honestly. I was leveling on the beta. I got to 360 from a raid on 61. Yeah, you will be able to get a lot of really quick gear from rares and stuff. Like, you'll be able to replace a lot of that very quickly. But yeah. I have no point in playing to if it just got stupid more. That's also another thing too. Yeah, like it's a little bit of a weird spot because like a lot of people are excited for Drac Tier. There's quite a lot of people that are excited for classes themselves, like seeing how their class evolves. But like the whole point of like playing the pre-patch event, getting catch-up gear, playing Drac Tier, all that, Yeah, I would have loved to be able to do that for an entire month. Hey dog, how's it going? What's up, Silent Man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Yeah, taking a break until the 25th. Honestly, it may not be a bad idea to start considering taking a break now, especially if you're somebody who gets burnt out easily. Take a break now, and then come back when the content is fresh. Subtitle, please. Subtitles for the stream? I don't think I have subtitles enabled. Yeah, I have to set it up ahead of time. I've never done subtitles before. I think it's the first time somebody asked me for subtitles. What I can do is I can slow it down because I'm excited about the fact that we get a pre-patch, man. So let's see exactly what the blue post says, since we gotta wait for the service to come up anyway. And hopefully we get a real update soon, man. Let me find you, boys. Dragonflight pre-patch announced. Yeah, and they also added like Twitch drops into this too. They have the pre-patch begins 25th. November 15th is a playable Dragonflight with Twitch drops. I don't know what that means. November 28th launch day with Twitch drops. I don't know what that means either. And then December 13th is when raid opens. Again, don't know what Twitch drops means at all. But there it is. Phase 1, October 25th. You get the new talent tree system revamp. Heads-up display, so HUD changes, UI changes. Accessibility features. There's actually quite a lot of cool accessibility features that I think can make control support a lot better. Rated solo shuffle is going to be really fun. I think that could hold people off for an entire month with PvP. If you're a PvPer, you're going to have some fun with this one. New class and race combinations. Yes, true. Rogue, Priest, Mage. And they're still keeping like the questing available during 25th, I believe. Phase 2, Evoker with Dragthier. New zone, Forbidden Reach, which is the starting area. It's not actually a new zone, but like kind of. New dungeon, Ultimate Legacy tier, and then Primal Storms with like all the catch-up gear and all the toys and collectibles to get. But yeah, nothing super crazy. Hopefully the servers will be back up soon as well, boys. I'd love to try it. Is pre-patch up right now? Is PTR up? Pre-patch available in PTR? I don't know if it is actually. We could hop on PTR and maybe see if like stuff works in there. I don't know if basic classes work. Is Switch drop like an in-game cosmetic, like Amazon helmets? I have no idea. I think that's the question. That's a great question, Thoramir. I think that's the question that everybody else has. What do they mean by Twitch drops? Nobody knows, and nobody expected from Blizzard to do Twitch drops. I don't think anyone has the details either. That's new. And it's only recently they announced, like, wait, what does that mean? I have no idea. I wish I knew. Wait, that means since I'm not streaming on Twitch, chat, can I give you guys Twitch drops without being on Twitch streamer? Should I just start restreaming this to Twitch so you guys can get your Twitch drops? Just keep my second stream on Twitch open in the background just so you guys can get stuff. Because I don't want you guys to lose out on stuff. I don't want you guys to lose out on things, which is dumb. Drac will be available a little later on. Yeah, I agree. But Drac Theory not available during pre-patch and rated shuffle is so dumb. I think, honestly, they probably want to take a little bit more time to work on Drac Theory just to make sure they're final and they're good. They probably feel like they can get all the other classes bug-free, but they really want to make sure the Drac Theory are in a better shape before the release in Phase 2. That's why it's delayed. I think that's why. And you know what? It's a new class. I'd better come out spotless without any issues. They might even try to, I can see them like going back and like, you know what, let's see what else we could be doing, because a lot of people recently started asking for like Dragon Theory to get more survivability. So I wonder if they'll like delay it just to work on them a little bit longer. Can you please send out the link and just had open for Wowhead? Yes, I can. Yeah, let me do that. Let me find it real quick because I close on my links all the time. It is, I think it was this one, pre-patch event. Okay, so this is the pre-patch event, everything we know. I'm not even subscribed to WoW stop 9.2. Should I actually start before pre-patch? Is it really worth it? I feel like if you do come back, it may be a good idea to come back during pre-patch to check out all the new class changes, everything that's new and available, get some mythic pluses done while you're at it, get a bit of gearing done, and try some solo shuffle, you know, get your character ready, figure out which class you want to play, try some stuff, play some Evoker. It may not be a bad idea to start in pre-patch. Usually during pre-patch you can get some items, unique things for the pre-patch event that will be gone once the pre-patch event is gone. So it's a good idea to play pre-patch. Yeah, it's a good time. A lot of people will be playing pre-patch as well. So it's a good time to like look for guilds, look for people to play with, make some friends, find arena partners to head into the next expansion. You know, I think it's a great idea. Should I main a druid or warrior? Honestly, make whatever class you guys enjoy. I do like both druids and warrior. I think if I were to main those two, I probably would main warrior just because I love arms and fury. I think there's quite a lot of variety of playstyles there between those two. I love the changes they've gotten so far. I love how execute heavy arms warrior is, but you also got bleed builds and a very bursty builds, which can be amazing in arenas. Just absolutely surprise people with a wombo combo out of left field. Fury warrior got the single mighty fury support. You also got a little more cooldown increase on abilities, but more output. Or you can go for like the full berserker, bloodthirsty, rage and blow playstyle that has a very similar interaction to like the current version of Fury Warrior, like very fast paced, and I'm a big fan of that they kept that onto it. I also like the overall talent layout for warriors. I think some of the capstones are very impactful depending on the content you're into, and I overall feel like they're very, like, the warrior has always been a straightforward class, but like they've gotten even more tools while still maintaining that straightforwardness, so I think it makes them super easy to approach and just hop on as an alt or a main. Prot warrior, big fan. I love how they got to give more magic mitigation, more survivability tools. It feels sturdy while able to, like, it feels passively sturdy while still able to execute quite a bit of damage, so it no longer feels like it falls over as easily, and while keeping a simple playstyle, just adding more depth to the passives rather than more depth in terms of abilities, although you could totally do that. Druid I love too. I just love Feral and Resto more than anything. Boomy's pretty cool. Guardian I don't mind, but because I'm like really into Feral, I definitely gonna play it as an alt. I definitely gonna peep some Resto, but just the warrior has a whole entire kit that I'm personally into, so it's best to look for a class that you're personally into. That's what I would do. What do you think about Havoc Demon Hunter? So ridiculously fun. I don't think I've enjoyed Havoc Demon Hunter as much in a long while, man. Last time I think I liked Demon Hunter, there was like, it felt like there was so much going on at once, was maybe like Legion. BFA, they kind of toned it down, so it was like more simplified playstyle, and then Shadowlands became even more simplified. Like for a good while, you just didn't even use Blade Dance, even in AoE, because of target caps, but also because like it was better to just press Chaos Strike to get I-beam faster, so then you could I-beam more often and get more damage out that way. And I really didn't like it. I felt like it was a step backwards. You already have a class that doesn't have a lot of abilities. Like Demon Hunter is designed to be like a class with not too many overwhelming buttons, and they took a step backwards to make it even less so. And I thought it was the wrong direction. I thought that's a class that can still maintain like a simple ability pool, but have so much depth to it. And Dragonflight really takes that step forward that I like. You still have Blade Dance, Chaos Strike, you still have Clay Throw, which actually gains some damage value, Immolation Aura, Fell Rushes, Vengeful Retreats, and they're adding more depth into those basic abilities that create this mobile playstyle of the Demon Hunter that's able to retreat back in there, gain damage buffs off of it, gain value off of it. So it plays into the mobility, it plays into metamorphosis and the upturn of metamorphosis in various ways you can shoot it. They added the sigils, which they could borrow from Vengeance. I think those are actually perfect. They added some of the covenant abilities in there too, which I think really do add a little bit extra. And they added 2 passes. Biggest gameplay modifiers, 2 passive abilities. 1, make an all magic damage mastery or chaos, which works through the mastery, making mastery a viable stat. Passive, but really made mastery like you won that stat finally. Because previously you didn't really want to. You went versatility just because mastery didn't work for all the abilities. Now you may actually want to do that. And then critical damage increases while adding them critical damage passives based on base abilities. So now you have the same kit of abilities, but the way you choose them create interesting synergies where you can utilize the crit bonus. And that by itself makes Demon Hunter so enjoyable, because now you're like thinking a little bit ahead on your rotation. Again, the ability pool is still very simple. You still have like what, Blade Dance, Chaos Strike, Glaive Throw, I-Beam. Do you count more? Is that all the abilities you really get unless you talented to stuff? It's still 4 abilities unless you count Fell Rush, maybe Vengeful Retreat maybe as 1. But like you still have that basic kit, but there's so much more you could do with that basic kit, and I'm really happy with it. I'm really glad they went in the direction they did. I think it's so much cool stuff they've added. As long as it's properly tuned, there's a lot of cool playstyles that I've been enjoying, like surprisingly enjoyed. And I've never really, I always found Demon Hunter like a fun alt to just jump around on, but damn dude, you go into a dungeon and you're popping off and you created this gameplay build and you're playing into it and you're watching the numbers roll in based on a build that you created yourself, based on what you decide to highlight for your Demon Hunter. Oh my god, it's so satisfying. And now there's gonna be so much more play with stats now. Oh my god, there's gonna be so much more, I guess, depth that I've experienced. But again, I've never really played much of Legion version of Demon Hunter that had a lot of depth. I played like the BFA, which is a simplified version, and then Shadowlands, which went back to simplification even further. Unintentionally. I don't think that was the intention really either. It just was like, well, to get more damage output, you actually didn't want to just throw one ability out of your rotation unless you're in a very specific situation. Sorry boys, I got the coffees. Also I do have Coffee. Hey, NA or EU? NA, boys. I'm NA, but I do some stuff on the EU. You know, honestly, with the Draxier making sweeping in into the next expansion, I'm honestly probably gonna maintain a Draxier on EU, boys. Honestly, don't die. I'm doing fine, man. I just got a bit of a cough. You know, I go into like a rambly thought, and I don't really breathe. I just kind of speak. I'm using air more than I'm taking air in. I gotta slow it down, take a breather. Question for you in the chat. Warlock main here. Do you think I want to all take a Dragonflight for the first any tech suggestions? Well, as a Warlock main, you already play a tank. That being said, if you want to play a tank that's very similar to Warlock, I'd do Death Knight. You know why? Warlock's are mobile tanks. Death Knights are mobile tanks. I feel like you're gonna get used to that one pretty quickly. Or if you want to go in the opposite direction, I think consider Avenged Demon Hunter. So far they seem really tanky with the new tier set and the gameplay choices, but also you got incredibly good mobility. I would look at Warrior, and I would look at Brewmaster. These are my personal suggestions that I've enjoyed. Not saying Blood DK is bad, because it's not terrible. Guardian Druid, I played it, doesn't feel that bad, but I've heard some people say it's iffy. Honestly, just peep it during pre-patch, and then peep Prop Warrior, Prop Paladin, because I don't think any of those things are going to be like trash. I think like in the meta, there's always going to be one thing that's just slightly ahead of everybody, but even if it's slightly ahead, it's going to be enough for people to consider the other options like not as good or subpar, because the tank that's ahead basically sets up the norm. Even though it's like, if you have the norm, the tank is ahead, but because you have one tank is ahead, now that's the norm for a lot of people. Give them all a try. I don't think any of them are going to be bad. You just need to find the tank that fits your playstyle best. I just don't really know, like, I don't play a lot of Warlock, because, like, I don't really know a lot of Warlock mains. Like, I don't know a lot of Warlocks that also play a tank. But just give them all, basically my suggestion is give them all a go. There'll be some time to level during pre-patch. I would peep some out, or check them out, check out some of the talents and passives. Once you figure out what their tank and mitigation playstyle is, once you understand basically like the idea, like, okay, what do tanks mitigate? Seeing how they mitigate differently, I think your choice in mitigation is going to be probably the biggest thing. The reason I suggest like Demon Hunter Vengeance, because it's mobile as hell, and it's very, very active. You're not thinking of cooldowns, you're thinking, how do I reduce damage in the moment right now? And I think that's really fun and engaging. The Brewmaster, because it happens passively, so you could really get into tanking while it passively happens. I'm probably worried just because they've been like overperforming right now for a good while of beta. I mean, maybe nowadays not as much overperformers, but yeah. Why is Red Paladin so bad? You know, I gotta talk to Atho about it. Because I play Red Pally, I actually have a lot of fun with it, but I also don't play a lot of Red Pally. Like, if you're a long-term Pally player, you're probably unhappy with the way Paladin goes. That's what I noticed. But I do like playing Paladin though, man. You know what I mean? I do like playing Paladin. Wait, starting to feel light to Dragonflight beta? Oh, come on, Wartherus, what are you... Come on, man, why you put him on the spot? Dude, it's not my fault the beta isn't up. It's not my fault the beta isn't here. What? Chad, should we hop on a pre-patch or PTR while waiting for the beta? Can you classify what do you mean by evokers? Can you clarify what you mean by evokers after? So yeah, let me see if I can pull it up. So the release is scheduled for like the releases of the I guess I should have it up on screen all the time, shouldn't I? So they classified the roadmap for like how pre-patch is gonna go over on the main website. I'll just have it here, I guess. So this is the roadmap right now. So we have October 25th is when the pre-patch launches officially. Draxier come out a little bit later after, on November 15th. Launch date of the expansion is November 28th, and then the first raid is December 13th. So they have a full roadmap as of like from next week what's happening. So Evokers will not be available day one. You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta post about the stream. I didn't do that. We should do that, shouldn't I? Let me do that real quick. You're not supposed to say that? Wait, I don't know if I was supposed to say that. Wait, what's going on? I think people who pre-ordered get it early. I don't know if people who pre-ordered get it early. No. I don't think anybody gets Draxier early. Like, I think if you pre-ordered, you get it on 15th. I don't think you get it any earlier, though. Beastmaster Hunter is a very good chilling playstyle. Yeah, BM is actually pretty good, too. It's gotten a lot better. There's a bit more depth to the BM playstyle as well, which I really do enjoy. But yeah, that's what I mean by like Evoker comes out later, because it literally will come out later. It's not going to be there day one of the pre-patch. You go Evoker on the 15th toll name? Yes, on the 15th toll name. You don't get it early if you pre-order or anything like that. Evoker is basically not delayed, but they are pushed back a little bit. Or maybe that was their intention all along. Maybe the idea was to like have it come out later. They did say initially that the pre-patch event with like invasion and stuff or whatever, because usually they have some sort of invasion, is going to be 2 weeks. And unless they're sticking to that schedule, because they did say it's going to be a 2-week event. But the pre-patch itself comes out earlier, so players are able to get their hands on the class changes early. And then I guess the evasions and the Evoker is going to be during those 2 weeks of the actual event itself. Yeah, how I remember hunters. You know, they're not that different. They have a couple of new cool things. I love the class tree. I think for PvP it's going to be fantastic for them. But in terms of like the actual playstyle, I think it's staying core to what marksman is. It's not changing too crazily. It does get some of the old school tools from like the artifact weapons, and it does get a silence and arrow, which is the legendary weapon from Shadowlands. And it does have a bit more support for like AoE damage, which I really like. It has more of a playstyle towards like a damage over time if you want to make a pseudo survival hunter. But for the most part, it stays to its core aim shot rapid fire gameplay. Do you think they'll make an extra time to work more on Evokers without forums are blown up or concerns on them? It could be possible. I think, honestly, I think this time that they're spending with like delaying, kind of like with Evoker getting a little bit of a delayed release, I think that would be the perfect time for them to work on the Evoker, make sure that they're bug-free, make sure they're perfect, make some final tuning and adjustments. Because if you've noticed, they've really been doing a lot of class tuning for every other class besides Evoker. With the Evoker, they've really just been bringing stuff up. It's a little bit of note here, a little bit of note there. Improvement for the Dragon Breath ability, so you don't lose value for it. Improvement for a heal mechanic here and a heal mechanic there. But it's not been nearly as extensive big posts like what Warriors have been getting, with micro adjustments here and there. Or enhancement shamans with bug fixes for like how Windfury Totem interacts and huge buffs for that, or sweeping nerfs and buffs for like Retribution Paladin, boom, can like 35% nerfs left and right. I feel like they're trying to get all the classes set up, and then they're trying to figure out where does Evoker fit in all of this. Probably. If I was a betting man, they're probably gonna bounce all our classes, figure out what this looks like, and then find a way so Evoker's just slightly ahead of certain classes, just to make sure it's in the meta, you know what I mean? They're basically making our classes like in terms of who's good everywhere, and in terms like, I think of it like them crafting their own tier list of like, here's how every class where it's gonna be, and we're gonna place Evoker right in that S tier, maybe towards the end of the S tier for every single one of these. Let's tune them up here and a little bit there, a little bit better in AoE, a little bit better in single target, a little bit better whatever. I think that's what they may end up doing, is just to try to tune them, give them final tuning, just so they're like good. I don't think they're going to make them like overpowered and stronger than every other class. I think they're going to try to do like a top 5 class. Kind of like how a lot of the newest classes, like it's a new class for an expansion. It's always should be in a good spot and should be well tuned and shouldn't be behind. Because otherwise, why would anybody want to play it? I think a similar thing happened to Demon Hunters back in Legion. Similar thing happened eventually to Monks. Eventually at some point Monks just had like a slight advantage in certain little things where it's like, well, you kind of want to bring a Monk to your group. Brewmasters, I heard, were really exceptionally good at tanking a lot of the array progression during Mists of Pandaria. Death Knights, I mean, Death Knights have a history of just being like, they came out and they were OP for a good portion of the expansion, and towards the end of the like, all right, let's tone you down there, bud. You know what I mean? Good day, what's up, Aura? Pre-patch means talents? Yes, pre-patch means talents. So let me get another post here real quick. Just because it's probably going to be like a big infomercial stream, but it's okay. That's what I'm here for. So, during the pre-patch event that comes out in next week, this is everything you're going to get during that pre-patch event. So, we get, during that pre-patch event on 25th, you got the new talent system revamp. Every class besides Evoker, you'll get new access to brand new talents. Every new talent, class, spec, everything. It's done, it's finalized. And hopefully not broken. That's what we're hoping for. New UI, new HUD. New UI changes, everything that we've seen so far. Accessibility features like press and holding down spellcasting, so it kind of like rotates on its own. Honestly, all that stuff is going to be great for control support. and it's actually going to be like some nice quality of life stuff they've added there. Rated solo shuffle is going to be an off season, but you'll still be able to queue for rated solo shuffle and queue for conquest gear. That's going to be really fun. Solo queue, add a PvP solo queue. New class and race combinations. You're going to be able to play rogue, priest, and mage as a Tauren rogue, Draenei rogue, High Mountain rogue, Lightforged Draenei rogue. For priests, you're going to get orcs. For mages, you're going to get Tauren and High Mountain orcs. So there's going to be more race class combinations. And others like system features like mob tagging, like Alliance and Horde can share mob tags out in the open world. Little things like that. There's a lot of like really under the hood things that are also coming out. PvP class changes, PvP talent changes, all that stuff. Then on November 15th, like what's it, 2 weeks after, we get the Evoker, the Dragthier customizations, as well as their starting area. We get the Uldaman Legacy of Tier dungeon for the pre-patch event, which is probably going to have decent gear on it. And then Primal Storms, which are invasions in Azeroth. So we'll be going back to old world areas and fighting off invasions of Azeroth. It'll be like basic mobs are going to become like upscaled and they'll have extra powers and stuff. Very similar to the invasions we'll be dealing with throughout endgame of Dragonflight. It's kind of like a way for you to gear without having to step into dungeons or raids. Which you can do for mods, or you can do it for like actual gear progression. Like its own thing. Players have been asking for something like that for a while, and they're finally doing it. It's just going to be big invasions where you fight huge rares and clear out multiple areas and use a lot of the teamwork in order to gear your character over time. The gear actually will be kind of competitive. Like it will only be like a few items behind like some of the raid gear. I think the purple gear in there is like only a few items behind normal raid gear. So like you could probably turn tier sets out of those and like kind of play the game. But we'll see. Wait, what the ass? What is that? Bear drop. POV, you're dueling and you hear something, you look up. Worth versus a bear. Dude, he's been doing bear drops. He's been using like some engineering boots or some kind of an item where when you drop, you basically drop from really high up. And then you use this engineering item or whatever to displace that damage you would take from a drop onto other players, and you just do bear drops. That's so funny. Yes, tier sets, as far as I understand, tier sets will be gone too. Tier sets will be turned off because some of your tier sets for your classes are going to be as part of your class talents. That means don't worry about getting tier sets. Just worry about getting the items with the highest item level and the stuff with the best secondary stats for you. Item level is going to trump everything. Yeah. Tier sets also makes it so that it's a little bit more of an even footing. So if you're behind, you don't have a tier set, you're not going to be that far behind. You're only going to be behind on items themselves. But you can basically access the tier sets in, in the talent tree. Uldaman available on pre-patch? Available on 15th. Yeah, I should probably bring that back up, shouldn't I? What was it? Yeah, so Uldaman will be available on the 15th. So that'll be available later. So if you want to delay your return to Dragonflight until 15th, honestly, may not be a bad idea. I'm going to be playing solo queue, and I'm going to be playing a lot of the talent tree revamps on live. I'm definitely going to be doing beta stuff, but man, being able to do Mythic Pluses over on live too, that's going to feel real nice, man. Taking my character. Yeah. Yeah, Condies, by the way, Covenant abilities will also be off. So Covenant abilities you'll still be able to use out on like the open world of Shadowlands. But stepping into like raids and dungeons, you will not have them available there. Covenants and Soulbinds, like if you go to like World Quest and Maldraxxus, or like World PvP out in the Shadowlands zones, you will still be able to do some cheesy like double Covenant ability combos. That's about it. That's the only place. Like actual endgame, like all the stuff gets turned off. Yeah. This is Dalaran. What's up, Fred? Hey, my guy. Can some talents? Yes, actually, kind of, yeah. So also on top of like them disabling tier sets, they actually said they're going to be toning down dungeons and raids because we will be losing that tier set bonus. So they're going to be toning down the content a little bit to match the decreases of our performance without the tier sets. Even though we get in talents that will have some of those tier sets in there anyway, because we lose the legendaries, covenants, soulbinds, all that stuff, all that other content is going to get toned down as well, just to make it a little bit easier for us to do stuff. What's up, Crazy Idol, my man? How'd it go now? Come back later. Hopefully, sounds good twice. Appreciate it, my man. High Mountain Orcs? I mean, High Mountain Orcs. Orcs, priests, yes. High Mountain Mages, yes. High Mountain Orcs. Now that would be a class and a race combo. Which one of those is a class? Sin or Outlaw? I prefer Sin, but already have 3+ buttons. 2 more buttons and not as good energy return. I think it will like Assassin a lot in the with the new challenge. There's quite a lot of cool stuff going on, William. I think you may like him a lot, especially if you play into that. If you struggle with energy, just literally spec into Thistle Tea. You'll literally just chug a tea, get your energy back. You're good to go, fam. You're chilling. Is that High Mountain Orc? Did I really? Okay, High Mountain Orc. Yeah. So if I said High Mountain Orc, that was my fault then. Yeah. So High Mountain. What is that? I'm talking about classes, right? Class combinations. Tauren Rogues, High Mountain Rogues, Draenei, Light for Draenei, Orc Priest, High Mountain, and normal Tauren Mages. That's what will be available in the next build. Only if Custodians can be locks. Dude, I actually wonder if I don't think lore-wise Custodians ever dabbled with Warlocky stuff, but how cool would that be? Although, I feel like, man, I'd be kind of cool actually. That would actually be kind of hilarious. I think I would love like a big burly Custodian, somebody a big burly like Tyrant, or like a big burly Pit Lord. You'll actually be able to summon Pit Lord too. Facility is bad. Imagine Conjure Water as a Mage Capstone. Facility is actually really good. The stats on it are great, and the energy regen just keeps you flowing. At least with some of the rogue builds right now, over in the rogue Discord, like not all of them use Facility, but quite a lot of them do. Yeah, Facility, they changed it. I don't know if you remember the old version of Facility or the new one. Right now it has 3 charges and it gives you a mastery bonus. Which you could use to kind of like rotate to keep your energy flowing. So for like Assassination, having a couple of Facilities to just spend on energy to just be constantly fueled during, what's this, it's like 20% mastery or something. Like percentage too, so it doesn't have any DRs. But it's like having that up during Deathmark is actually not terrible. Hell, even for Owl Rogue, like when Owl Rogues was struggling with energy, going for Facility solved a lot of those issues where the gameplay was fairly smooth, where you could have energy when you needed damage. So you basically had really good uptime during your burst, and then lower downtime during outside of burst, but it didn't feel nearly as bad. I don't know, I think that ability has improved. I didn't have a lot of like hopes for it initially, but like gameplay-wise, oh my god, convenience-wise, it's actually kind of good. I imagine because you Haymaker becomes someone Infernal and on them a bunch of demons. I know, right? That'd be kind of nutty. Hey, Dal, I made my decision on my main. It's going to be definitely sick with a DK. Yeah, dude, Unholy. They're so fun right now. I don't know how good DZ's build is going to be, boys, but I love the DZ's build. I love just being able to run in and put literally dots on everybody and just spread them like I'm Affliction Warlock with a sword. I think it's so good. Is it because you pushed it? You're pushed it because of the energy regen nerf. So I think right now rogues still do have builds. Let me go back and let me just go and look if there's still like recommended builds for rogues. I think it was Assassination that had like a full list of builds. Or was it Subtlety maybe? Because I had a spreadsheet. Is that a spreadsheet of builds? No. No, that's sound development. Let me find the spreadsheet of the builds. What did they have it? Is the Outlaw set? Yeah. Hold on, make sure I get it right first. Okay, so these are the builds right now that are recommended. So not every Discord does this, but the Rogue Discord is pretty thorough. I love some of the guys that run it because there's a lot of like very thorough research, thorough amount of information. They even have spreadsheets and stuff. So there's a whole spreadsheet of some of the builds that have worked so far. Granted, we are talking about beta. None of the numbers are final. So this is just the stuff that works currently. I believe this was updated somewhat recently too, but these are the current builds that seem to work out and sim, again, not final right now. So we have a single target outlet build. It's a proc-based build for single target ambush playstyle, which utilizes, even today, Facility. Then there's a green skin that also uses Facility, and then down the middle. Then there's another one here with a classic build centered, I mean, I basically could just read all these, centered around DBN KIR. I'm really bad with those acronyms. A lot of people use acronyms. I'm really bad at them. Like a drone rush, I don't call it AR. I just call it drone rush every time. Oh, my accent is sometimes pronounce it all the time. But you have like a single target AoE variation, which looks like it's a green skin and I guess roll the bones version. Is this the same thing? Single target, this is a classic build center around KB, interesting variation to play with Shadow Dance to feed KIR rolls. Is that it? No, KIR rolls. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know what the acronyms are. And there's some other variations of these builds. There's one that doesn't utilize it at all. There's some that don't utilize the brew at all. And there's like different variations of stuff. Is it keep it rolling? Keep it rolling. That's the one. That is the one. Okay. Okay, so keep it rolling is this bug down the middle. So that's what KIR is. DB is... I forget what DB is, to be honest. I just don't remember. I'm going to rogue main, disc B second main. Yeah, definitely get some ults up and running for Dragonflight. It should be much easier to maintain them than it was in Shadowlands. You don't have Torghast. You don't have... All you have to do is level. Renown is going to be account wide, so like it's repetition stuff. Story I think is also account wide. Dragon riding skill and upgrades are account wide. So like your main is going to get max. Your ult can only use like a dragon that is literally as upgraded as your main. If you go get upgrades all the way to max on your main, you get on your ult, you immediately have a dragon, get into a dragon house, go upgrade the dragon, then start questing and doing stuff. You should be able to catch up fairly quickly. You don't have to do anything with talents in order to make him stronger. You don't have to farm any currency in order to make a legendary. You just have to get gear, and that's really up to you how you want to do it. So that's going to be Torghast time, Renown time spent, cut out of the game completely, which should hopefully give you more time to properly play the class and enjoy it. Yeah. So there are builds that do utilize Thistle Tea. It's not like on paper, it doesn't feel like a good ability, but like playing it, it feels really good. Like quality of life adjustment, I won't blame anybody who's like, you know what, I want to play a little bit with Thistle Tea and then adjust my gameplay. Maybe get yourself different stat spread. I actually don't mind Thistle Tea at all. We tried it in raid testing, it's really good. I'm hoping that they continue like tuning it to make sure it's a decent ability. Because I wouldn't want it to fall out. Like, because right now, Cold Blood is kind of like dead in the water, even though it's really good in PvP. But for any PvE stuff, it's dead in the water. But PvP, having guaranteed crit would be really, really nice. Especially if you're not stacking crit at all, like Subtlety, for example. Master Versa, and you get guaranteed crits once in a while for a fatty eviscerate, like a big DFA. Which you can actually do. 160 something damage or so. It's really good. Just really difficult to set it up. I'm maining Balance Gold Tier and Druid and made up a mind. Let's go, Joe. Let's go, my guy. Hell yeah. I like that. I like the sound of that. But yeah, chat. So Thistle Tea, don't like it sounds weird. If you don't like it, if you don't enjoy the playstyle, don't worry about it. But so far, it has some usage. So if you just want to use it just for energy regen, just like don't feel bad about like, oh, everybody says it's bad, I don't want to use it. Just use it and try it, and if you like it, honestly, you may not be that far behind. Honestly, because it does have some throughput to it. There is some valid, I think, valid use for it. But again, like, we don't know what the meta is going to be like. So don't, like, worry too much about the meta. Just, it's perfectly fine to have... Should we hop on pre-patch PTR, by the way, chat? Because I feel like sitting on loading screen is just weird. A lot of chance on Rogue Tree that seem meh. Sure. I wonder if they'll change them over, going forward. Although I do like the version of the Rogue Tree that we have now compared to the initial. But Rogue, I think, are a great spot. Like, our tree is just as good, I say, as... But Rogue Tree, I'm actually very, very amazed by, because the one tree that I'm probably the most excited for is the Shaman class tree. I think it got so many cool tools. Rogue is the second best, if not right there with it. Rogue is really good. I think it's surprising to me as an outlaw to be able to use Shadow Dance, and it's really, really cool though. I love the kind of gameplay and the fact that they're trying to give it some support. Also, the fact that we got a raid utility, I'm pretty happy about it, man. Vault, I don't really have that many vaults to open. Honestly, it's approved, but there's like a lot of work needed. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good idea to just keep giving feedback then. Yeah, I would give him more feedback. I haven't really struggled too much in terms of like making builds. I haven't really felt like there was any challenges that are in the way. But again, give him feedback. Keep giving feedback. Go to the forums and give him feedback. You know what I mean? Sin is like prog. I love that Sin is like prog wrecked. I don't know what that means. Is the PTR gone? I have no idea. Let's check PTR. Yeah, so beta is down. I want to see if PTR is up. Let's see chat. Let's see. I guess I'll scroll this down. I don't really know. What's our PTR? Required? I love that Sin is like proc required. Like you need procs to play the spec. But we did some testing chat. I don't. What proc gameplay did I play into? I don't think I played a lot of proc based gameplay. Did I? Like ambush procs? Is that what you mean? Maybe get them wrong. That's usually the case. So pre-patch is still up. Can you do anything on pre-patch? I mean, I guess you could like hit train dummies and stuff, right? That's really about it. I would love to be able to go and slam a bunch of keys over in the pre-patch, man. Do keys work? Can't see the options to download PTR. Want to try Priest. So to download PTR, we have a link over in our Discord in the general section. There's a whole video on how to get PTR. You have to go to the WoW Battle.net account, go to games and subscriptions, and then you scroll all the way down where like past all your games that you bought or all the subs that you have active right now. And all the way in the bottom, there should be a World of Warcraft pre-patch or Warcraft PTR. Create an account. There you add an account. Afterwards, once it's confirmed you have an account for pre-patch, you close down your Battle.net completely, open it back up, like fully close it, open it back up, and then there it should be over in like your game versions, beta, PTR, like whatever you got into. So PTR should be there. Not saying that's a way to get into beta. It's not a guaranteed way to get into beta, but I'm just saying this is where your Wrath beta would be, your Dragonflight beta, probably test from stuff for any of the WoW games. So it'll be right there. So it could be live, classic, and above that is PTR. And then you can hop on PTR and test stuff out early, or literally wait a week. Because the pre-patch for Dragonflight is going to get here in a week. You just won't have the event on the Drax here. Again, that's going to be the hardest part, I think, for the next month to explain pre-patch is here, Drax here or not. That's going to be later. I feel like I'm going to be repeating that. So honestly, I should maybe make like a macro on my keyboard somewhere where somebody asks a question, I just play it. I can just keep chilling and I'll just play in the background. I did beta, BFA, I did for BFA. Are you good? You're good. Hello, come on, what's up, Curtis? How you doing, man? Hope you have a good one. Will there be a legendary covenants working in Shadowlands Mythic Plus dungeons? Nope. So all those borrowed power stuff get turned off during pre-patch. When you're in Dragonflight, when you get access to your new talents, all of these legendaries disabled. All of the Covenant stuff disabled. And the only way to utilize these things, the only way Covenant stuff and legendary stuff get enabled is when you're walking around and doing stuff in the Shadowlands zones. However, in endgame stuff like PvP, in endgame stuff like dungeons, in endgame instant stuff like raids, all that stuff disabled. Because a lot of those legendaries, a lot of those effects actually return as a talent option, and that will create a lot of issues in terms of balance and tuning. So all that stuff is going to be disabled unless you're in the appropriate content. That's probably the best way to like putting it. But yeah, all that stuff disabled. So don't worry about it like trying to get yourself legendaries. Like if you're behind on Legos, just don't go for Legos. Go for item level. If you wait a week, you'll literally be able to play all the Lego stuff very, very soon. I just want to see if I can craft like a suitable, viable Pharaoh build here. Hit a train dummy with it. I don't have a lot of points. It's kind of lame. AoE? Oh, they changed this. Wait a second. Wait, hold up. Hold on. Wait, that's new. What? Huh? Wait, hold on. PTR got changed. Wait, what is this? What is this? Wait, PTR got changes. Huh? I'm sorry, what? This is new. That wasn't here before, and that wasn't here before. Yo! PTR changes when? Wait, hold on. PTR. Okay, let me add this right here. Wait on alpha PTR. Yeah, PTR will beta servers are down. Yo, hold up. Chad, this is new. Chad, this changes on PTR. Got changed a few days ago? Really? I didn't realize that because it's not like that on beta. That wasn't like that at all in the beta. What else got changed? Hold on. Does anybody have a blue post of everything got changed? Hold on, this is new. So this makes it much easier to pick up. Oh my god, dude, Rake AoE bleed build is so much easier to get. Oh, that's so good. Yo, no way. Hey, somebody give me a blue post for this. This is awesome. Oh my god, that's so much easier. And you can pick up Blue Inspiration much easier. Oh, what an improvement. This side feels a little bit kind of barren, but that's fine. This is great. I love this. Oh, that's an improvement. Chat. Oh my god. Aga's still here. That's all fine. Yo, that's an improvement. Yo, big ray damage. Let's go. Beta's down. Maybe it's an update. It is an update. Yeah. Beta is down. It is an update. Okay, I was gonna say sound effects. Yo, what the hell is this? Since when? Oh my god. What is this? OCD? Yeah, worthless. There's gonna be definitely OCD, but this is much better spacing. Putting this there is much better. Or they dated. So PTR changes are pushed live this in a week. So PTR changes got pushed a little bit earlier, I guess, a couple days ago. But I guess they have the more updated versions of the beta classes. What else is different? Is Shaman any different? Thick booty? Can I see anything that's different here? Oh, this is a lot more like contrasted. Oh, that contrast is nice. It's not as gray anymore. Okay, so that's not different. I think that's about the same. There's a line through these now, which is interesting. Okay, so LA Shaman is fine. That doesn't change at all. What about here? Okay, no, that's all fine. Yeah, they got some weird like lines through them. I think that's got a little bit weirded. That's all about the same. I don't think that's changed any. Yeah, that's all about the same. So Shaman didn't change much. Druid definitely did. Why is Maelstrom red and not orange? Why is Maelstrom red? Oh, that in the middle, I mean? I think it's just the contrast of it. I could be wrong. I think it's from Cataclysm. I think it's like it's supposed to be like Cataclysm rising from the top. And it's supposed to be Deathwing inside. It is a little tendrils kind of spouting out of it. Did they change Death Knights any? Oh, just look at the spec earlier. That didn't change much here. That's about the same here, I think. That's an... I was gonna say different icon, but I don't think so. Yeah, this feral change, that's new, man. That's so much easier. Take a Frost DK if it's just an AoE. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, that Frost DK was to compete. We could hang out next to each other, test it. Okay, my tier set for some reason is working. That shouldn't be a thing. But tier set is gonna make things kinda... Oh god. What the hell is this? Well, this is broken. Definitely all kinds of broken. I'm pretty sure that's how it's not supposed to be. Sickle line? Wait, doesn't it show up properly? Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, details are all kinds of bugged. Hold on. I tried to make Shaman with DF chance. We have actually, yeah. We've done the enhancement Shaman. And in my free time, I've done a little bit of more enhancement Shaman stuff. Mage stuff. Mage actually is harder. Like Fire Mage, I noticed it was harder. I was using the same gear as I did originally. And some of those mobs die not as quick. So, that's interesting. I don't know why this is all kinds of bugged. They have the wrong version? Or do not have the right skin for this? Don't you just reload? Is that what it is? Or maybe it's all kinds of broken? Oh, there's like two versions of them. Okay, weird. I guess I have two versions of DF open or details. Somehow I do. I really don't know. Let's see in Feral 11. Dude, Feral is so good right now. I do want to see that rate change though. I think that's gonna be pretty nutty. It's the fact that this cleaves so far away. It's kind of insane. Yeah, I don't have all the talents on here yet. I really want to get myself Apex Predator and Soul of the Forest. I feel like that'll be insanely good. That'll feel really good energy-wise. But what I got right now is not bad either. Like damage-wise, it's gonna be pretty good. Keep closing it out. Rake damage is improved. Yeah, being able to pick up Rake like that, the Infected Wounds version, that helps a ton. That helps a lot. I do want to see if I can, because I feel like my talents are not like properly aligned here. Stealth also stuns the target. Stealth shred does more damage and it's double the chance to. Wait, Rake will also stun the target, do 60% more damage. I mean, that's kind of worth it, right? That's a must-have if you want to go open wounds. Yeah, it is. I wish you could pick up Tireless Energy without getting Predator, but it's okay. I really love Primal Claws. Also, I didn't have Moment of Glory, did I? Yeah, how do I want to try to see if I can make this playstyle a little bit more like feel to play a little bit better for Feral. Like if I redid this. It definitely gets easier once you get max level and as a Feral. Okay, so that's the important stuff. What is important? I can pick up Moment of Glory. That will probably help. I think I need Monster Strikes to swipe damage. Maybe that. Maybe that'll be better. You're in combat. What am I in combat with? Yeah, not have enough talent points to like make the build that we have on the beta. It's gonna be a little bit tough as a feral, but you definitely can make something very effective though. You should be able to make something pretty effective. I think Rogue is in that spot. As a feral, I do wonder like what you would end up doing. I think we'd go for like the better energy regen. Did I pick up double bleed? I didn't. Okay, well that would be a little bit of a dud. Yeah, that energy change is a lot better. That feels much better. Oh, the comp points though too. Oh my god. Comp points so good. And the big bites, hell yeah. That feels a lot better. I don't like the double rip though. But I mean, those rips are doing work by themselves. They're doing work. So maybe that's how Feral's gonna AoE for a little bit. I put Rake on the main primary target. I feel like if I do this, then I probably shouldn't be doing infected wounds then. Because that'll give me like an extra point to work with and put anywhere else. 30% damage, but like I can maybe go here. Or I can maybe even go here for better swipes, better rips. That'll probably be even super stronger. Like a proper AoE build. I'll try that. Dude, I have fun just messing around and trying different builds. That's my favorite part. Yeah, what to do, man? I've been in the classic for so long. I don't know what way is up. What are you doing? Early prediction for the tier list? I don't really have an early prediction for tier list, my guy. Don't really know. It's hard to tell what is going to be BIS, what isn't going to be BIS. Hopefully a lot more playstyles will be strong though. That's what I could really hope for. I know Feral should be a lot better. Feral should feel a lot more improved. I feel like Arcane Mages should hopefully feel a little bit better too. Maybe Affliction Warlock should hopefully feel a little better for PvE content. PvP wise, I think Frost Mages and Arcane are going to feel a lot better. Yeah, so tier list, like it depends, right? I think it all depends like whether you talk about like a PvE tier list or a PvP tier list. That's going to make a pretty big difference. Yeah, those trips didn't work with open wounds. AoE damage for Feral I think is going to be nutty. Big AoE. We don't really have a caps or too many caps on AoE either. So that's going to make him like incredibly powerful. Also, energy regen feels amazing. Razika will be the best. Great talent tree, super fun. You think so? Hopefully they will be good, yeah. I think Unholy is going to be really nutty. I'm very excited about Unholy. But yeah, Frostika should hopefully be pretty good too. They do have like all the CC that you can pick up all at once. They don't have new stuff, but they really can pick up like all the car control at the same time. They can pick up a lot more defensive options all at once without having to pick one or the other. They got better absorb value, so that could be really good for like all the AMS and all the shields. They got more mobility, which you can just grab all of it at once. They should have a bit more consistency in damage. I also do like how they're making Frost Strikes at least a little bit better. It will be mostly noticeable in like single target and PvP, where Frost Strikes isn't really used that often. Because you really just want to use a lot of your runic power to heal yourself. But there it may be pretty good. You just gotta hold on to it, build it, big Frost Strike, add that a little bit extra consistency in between. As you build up stacks of Rune Razor Ice from runic weapon. Are you putting in top 10 DPS for PvE and PvP? That's a hard one, man, because I feel like as soon as they say it, I'm going to be wrong. Just because there's going to be some class changes, some buffs and tuning that's just going to throw classes just out of the water. Man, that's a tough one. It's hard to tell. It really depends on the final tuning. Top 3 are going to be the ones that do the most damage. Do I have the best healing? Because top 3 I'll probably, what, name it like a DPS, I'd name a tank, I'd name a healer, I'd name a DPS just to be even. Just because there's 3, one of them, hopefully we'll not have one class dominate in all bits of content. Hopefully some will dominate in some, while others will dominate in others. Or maybe less domination, but like a couple of good choices that are fairly even with one another, or very, very ridiculously close. Yeah, it really will come out to tuning them. Before tuning, for now before tuning. Oh man. I don't know, I really don't like trying to give that kind of opinion before tuning, just because Just because I feel like that's gonna get misconstrued. It'll be like, oh, Dal said this class is good, and then that class gets nerfed. Even if I had like, hey, this class is good before tuning. I don't think it's gonna matter that much. I guess we can talk about one outlier, which is Demonology Warlock. I think if you watch PJ, Walmart Pajamas do some Mythic Pluses with us and do PvP with us, dude, that guy dominates his Demonology. Those Demon Doggos got a nasty, nasty bite, which has cleave and single target. I feel like that's the one class right now that really just stands out from the rest at the moment. That's about it that I can think of. You know, for PvP and Rogue and Holy DK Mage, yeah, those are all really, really good. I'm hoping DK will be in a good spot just because they didn't really get too much more defenses against physical damage specifically. And it feels like they got a little even more defense against magic because of absorbs increases, which benefits AMZ as well as AMS. But their consistency with damage and the playstyles they get to play with too, like dot rot gameplay or better empowerment on pets or more festering wound gameplay, I think could really let them ramp up into like really overwhelming bursts. Rogues. I mean, Rogues have always been a good PvP class, I'd say. Like, giving Shadow Dance all through specs is going to be nuts. It's going to be just increased CC. Giving Gash for spec is also going to be great too. And what does it say? Mage? Mage, yeah, definitely. Everybody gets Breath. Everybody gets Ice Nova. Everybody gets a knockback. Everybody gets Ultra Time. Everybody gets Displacement. Everybody gets cooldown reduction with an Nightfire ability. Yeah, I think mages are looking really good in general. As long as they're not undertuned. Yeah, but as I said right now, like Warlocks are looking really, really ahead just because they're tanks. They're literally tanks. They don't feel like they die. It feels like they do a lot of damage and they don't really take a lot of damage. So I think Warlocks are looking pretty good right now. Could get tuned, could be changed, but right now they're looking kind of nutty. So where can I find that one blue post, chat, about like PTR changes? Because I don't remember those at all. Where can I find it? Because PTR, like, what else got changed besides Feral Droid? Dragonflight beta test, Dragonflight pre-patch PTR, development notes some of these ago. Was this something new, chat? This change to the talents? Because that wasn't on beta. Hold on, let me check Wowhead real quick. Just because there's a post from like 7 days ago on PTR, but it doesn't say anything about moving the location of. What is it called? The infected wounds? Infected wounds. There's not even on there. Yeah, like if I type in infected wounds, this is the PTR notes. For expansion PTR development, I would type infected. Nothing. Not even for Feral Druid. So they moved it somewhere. I just don't know where. Pre-patch notes. It was a couple of days ago, right, chat? Matukes, my man, welcome. The prodigal son returns. Can we get a hashtag Matukes in chat? Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate you. It's been a while, man. Got to know that you're coming back with Dragonflight, man. We can maybe fly some dragons and do some stuff together, yeah? Hell yeah, my guy. I'm glad you give it a try. Hopefully this will work out pretty well, yeah? Thanks so much, man. I appreciate you. Can we get a hashtag Matukes in chat? Showing appreciation. Become a member. Been a member for at least a year, I think, if not 2 at this point. Jesus Christ, my guy. Thanks so much. I appreciate 2 years. Never mind. Wait a second. Really? It's actually been 2 years? Over 2 years at this point, right? That is actually insane. My guy, thank you. I appreciate you. Hello. I didn't play PvP. Adapt and spec. Meaning if I'm a solitary rogue and one spot spec to outlaw, adapt to be stats. No, it's not a thing. No, the stats don't change. I think the ranking for that should change, but like the stats don't change. No. Stats don't change to like your best. There's no scaling like that. What was this, chat? Let's share the video, tier set stuff. Where's the pre-patch stuff, chat? Where's the pre-patch stuff, chat? It said it was a couple of days ago, right? Also, is the beta servers up? So can somebody check for me? Real quickly. Beta development nodes, tier set tuning, class tuning, quarter stars, dynamite tuning, screen music, PTR development nodes. That was 6 days ago. But they don't have anything about that talent, do they? For yeah, there's nothing for Druid infected ones, is there? Druid. Balance, resto, nothing on Feral. So when did they do all this? Okay, I guess we gotta explore then. I want to see what else they changed, chat. Because I'm not seeing like a blue post on when they changed this. So this is new stuff though. Like this Feral thing is new. Is there any other class that got changed too? Like Demon Hunters potentially? There was a website that could copy some good PvP builds for the beta to test multiple classes quicker. So right now, no. I imagine in the future there will be. Yeah, I imagine a lot of the Icy Veins, Wowhead, PvP guides, all that stuff is gonna have like some kind of a build to copy, and streamers are gonna have their builds to copy, like a base version of what they play, what they currently run. But as of right now, I don't think there's anything like that. You can do starter build, which is like a Blizzard's own starter build, like to give class enough tools to just like do okay in all content, just to give it a bit of utility, a little bit of survivability, a little bit of that stuff. That could be a basis to just make a starter build. But it may not be perfect for like PvP or PvE. But you can take that and then adjust it however you want to. Then the Demon Hunter stuff on 1.1. Is there any other new class stuff then? That's all here still. That's all here. Because I recently been playing Vengeance. It feels like they brought this up a little bit higher than normal. But I think it's normal. Oh yeah, that actually goes into that pretty easily. But that's not really all that new, is it? Any other stuff that changed? I'm sure if I find somebody, if I look at the class trees, Demonology Warlock, that didn't change either, did it? Doesn't look like it. Oh, the background changed though. Yeah, it's more like Argus with chains and stuff. That looks cool. Feral, we looked at that recently. Fury Warrior, is that changed any? Awesome background, by the way. Yo, look at that background, boys. Look at that thing. Hey, what is that? Oh, it looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, I gotta save that as a picture, man. That looks great. It's the Blackrock Hold. That looks so good. You look like a guardian. Or no guardian, but a gladiator charging out into the fray. Okay, so it doesn't look like a change there. Why is Feral literally the only class where they made some changes? I swear to God, if I find something. All that stuff stayed the same. Okay, so nothing changed there. What about Priest? Discipline, is that different? I don't think so. The background has changed, I know that. I don't think it changed Priest much. I think all that is the same, but it's been a bit since I played Disc. This would be a little bit sketchy, I'm not sure 100%. I know that this a lot here is more or less the same. Let's see, what is that, a warrior? Protection maybe? Arms. Is that any different? No, it doesn't seem like it is. Is it only Feral that got changed? There's no way, right? Xanda? Paladin? Red? Sorry, I'm going through these very, very quickly. It's just I kind of more or less remember exactly what they had. Yeah, I guess that's really it. I'm still very, very surprised there's only one class saw changes. Rest of Shaman? They recently got some changes. But they look about the same what I've looked at them recently. I've actually seen this class, I peeped it earlier. Not earlier today, but early in the week. Yeah, it's about the same. Okay, it's so weird. Boomy, did that change any? It's about the same. This is the last changes. So weird. I guess Feral's the only one that really adjusted. I'm having a hard time believing it. Unholy? No, this baby is still the same. I love Unholy though. I love my Unholy. Yeah, that's about the same. That didn't look like it changed that much. Or any. Another DK. Warrior. Ellie Shaman. I feel Warlock? That change any? No, it's about the same. Yeah. Seems about the same unless they change the tuning on this thing. Okay, Red Pally, we just looked at that earlier. Monk. Brewmaster? Mistweaver? Mistweaver. I looked at it recently, actually. That's about the same. Is really fair? I know they changed the icon too. Is Pharaoh really the only thing that changed, chat? Hunter needed some changes. Did Hunter get any changes though? That is the question. There's a rogue. Outlaw probably? Yeah, outlaw. It is the same. There's something new here. All the stuff is here. All the stuff is there. Yeah, outlaw looks the same. Hunter. Let's see if the Hunter is any different. Just because it's like actually a pretty good spot just seeing what everybody's all doing here. So whaling arrow upgrades are still there. Ammo, all that stuff. I'm really good at icons, chat. Like I remember all these based on icons. So maybe those are like tooltip changes, but in terms of like fundamentally changing the layout. Oh, the background is also really different too. Wait, isn't this the BG? Wait, isn't that the battleground? Hold on. Isn't that Twin Peaks, chat? Hold on. Look at that. It's got a little like Hobbit cottage over there, a cart, and over here behind it would be like a big like ramp upwards into like the Alliance zone. Isn't that it? That's so cool. You look at that unholy. Is this another rogue? Like assassination maybe? Woodwalker. Maybe some of the icons like this may be changed, but that's really about all I can see. Doesn't look like there's any new like pathing or anything. Dude, I spent so much time in these classes. It's almost like a picture memory. It doesn't look like it's changed. But maybe the blue post will tell me differently. But it doesn't seem on the first glance like much changed. What about mages? Frost Mage. I know they changed the layout before, but I don't think that's a new layout. I think it's a recently changed layout. That's a new icon that I don't remember from before, but I think the effect is the same. Yeah, that seems about the same. I think a GM posted backgrounds with the talents earlier on Twitter. Did it really? Oh, it looks so good, man. It looks so good. Dragonflight beta class hotfix, DK talent Evoker 2 set. Wait, there's a hotfix? What is this? Dance and Room Weapon is going to be a duration change from 13 to 8? Wait, talent? They're nerfed Dance and Room Weapon? No. Weird. 45 brings a 20% damage reduction. That's really good. Hell yeah. And they got an aura effect for modifier for fire breath to surge your full belly. Power spells have a 5% chance of critical strike and also increase the critical strike chance by 5. Wait, empowerment spells have a 5% chance to critical strike, also increase the critical strike chance. So empowerment spells are more likely to crit, and you also get 5% more crit on top of it. So you use an empowerment spell, use your 5% crit buff, then you use an empowerment spell, you can basically have a 10% crit chance together overlapping. Okay. And then some NPC abilities. And some class changes, basically. Command, aura, command, modifies healing damage done. Fire mind. Okay, I'm not really sure on categorized. All right, weird. Weird. Is there another spec of Warlock? You know, I want to see a Destro Warlock. I want to see if those guys change any name. Because look at Demonology, we looked at all the other stuff. This is a Sword Priest, Holy, right? I don't think Holy is different. But you got Dalaran, здорово, Паша, здорово, здорово, как дал друг. ДПС, DS стал сложный, Dragonflight. ДПС Demon Hunter стал сложный. Не думаю сложное, я думаю больше больше abilities у тебя будет. И это лучше, я думаю. Я думаю, это будет лучше. How you doing, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. Holy Priest, I have no idea if that's a new chat. I do remember looking at him once, but I just haven't really had that much like of interest in playing Holy. The icons are very different, but I don't think the actual talents themselves are. They do have quite a lot of options though, like a lot of healing options, and you can pick up Imperial Blaze easily on the right hand side, which I do like. I think it's a better adjustment, but they did that early in the week. That's not recent. Fireball and Mage. Is Mage any different? Seriously, is Pharaoh the only one that actually saw a layout change? That was weird, unless it was like a hotfix. Hunter, survival, potentially. Layout change? Background is the same. No, I think it's about the same. I don't really see a difference in layout. Okay. Yeah, so I guess Pharaoh's the only one that really got like that little rake adjustment, didn't they? Are you a mage? Enhancement. Enhance is the same. I literally looked at them recently. That's literally the same. I do want to see Demonology adjust Warlock though. I do wonder, like, if I expect, maybe I could see them being adjusted. Let me hop on that real quickly. Did they change something of Guardian Druids that need a love? That's another one I can take a look at. I want to take a look at Shadow Priest that I haven't got to take a look at. I want to take a look at Warlocks as well. So let's do those. You can check Paladin talents to see if they unnerved Zealot's Paragon talent that was applied on PTR. Zealot's Paragon talent. Is that a Retribution, Protection, Holy Paladin, Atha? I could probably find a Paladin. Especially if I'm Azul, I could probably find like a Pally somewhere out here and peep it for you. How did that sound, my guy? How did that sound, bud? How did that sound, bud? General tree? Okay, I'll peep it. Fire Changes was announced on Discord some days ago. On the on like the our Discord and the news stuff, or you mean like in the Feral Discord? Yeah, if you could find me the link for those changes, man, I'd love to see it. Cause I missed it completely. I wanted to see what got changed altogether. If there was any actual changes. I see it started with Noble. I see Primal pre-patch event and rewards. I see Talking Fish. Artifact weapons can now gain oh, it was like a class PTR build. Is that what you mean? Raise your eyes skills, I think, better off of attack power. The math change behind it, I'm not sure if that's better or not then. So that's the one. Yeah, position change, position change, position change. That's the one, chat. That is the one. Category change to Azerite. What? Available to all specs. Iron 4 now has 2 charges. Survival of the fittest. Nerf. And you need ranks into it. Oh my god, that's a nerf. Why? All damage level 5, 4 points, but person bite increases all damage out. Okay, so that's with Sabertooth. That's what it is. Okay, so then the Evoker changes in here. Full belly. Huh. Deals damage on 5 targets. I think those are when they changed the math behind the whole scaling. Barb Shot is now a little bit nerfed, but that's from previous changes. That's not really new. So Octoball they made it so it does more damage and procs more often. Conjure Mana Gem is now spell power instead of spell damage. Maybe there's scaling. Fireball does a bit more damage. Just a little bit more. PvP multiplier at least. Oh, that's not really new. That's really just, it gains it back. Pyroblast loss. PvP multiplier damage. Oh, it used to have more damage, but now it doesn't. That's what it is. So it's not really new. It's just like they did a whole like big sweep of reversing a lot of the PvP specific changes. Diablo closed beta client ready for download. Yo, Diablo 4, if y'all guys got it, let me know. Apparently they are rebuffing enveloping for PvP. Crane Vortex now has 2 ranks to it. Interesting. Heroes the one gives you 8 haste. Position has changed. Sound position has changed, really? When? Turn off war mode real quick. Maybe I'll see a Windwalker or 2 out here. Maybe? Nobody. Wait, there's a rogue. Only one? Huh. See Destro. Apparently they changed Windwalker just a little bit, which I'm kind of surprised by. Okay. Thunder Fist now through 500. Okay, so they changed that a little bit. Expel Harm for Windwalker, something new. Bounce back is a 10% damage reduction from 0. Judgment, Barrier of Faith, Holy Shock. Master's a little bit better baseline. Eventual deals more damage per rank. So the nerf day of Brennan's Marcus's Fervor. Ashes Dust lowered the chance of that. That's unfortunate. Wait, applies damage over time to all nearby enemies. Oh, they took away the so this actually has no target cap on it. That could make exorcism really good in AoE then. Hi dude, a video on PvP tier list of Dragonflight. I don't really have a tier list of the video for Dragonflight PvP, but I do have a video I'm working on. See the reprisal, damage holy power spending. Damage and holy power abilities deal 5% increased damage instead of 10. And rank 2 is up to 10. Huh, okay, so it's back to holy power stuff. A nerf. Is it massive, by the way? Paragon and Seal's Reprisal. Yeah. And Paragon. Yeah, 1 second. Oh, that's really good, actually. Wait, that could be nutty. Hell yeah. BT got some damage back, I guess. Shadow Crash. To 8. Oh, that's huge. Wait, that's a big upgrade to Shadow Crash, man. 8 targets? That's gonna be so big in AoE. Hell yeah. I'm excited for that. Rogues? What is new here? Deathmark? Okay, so they changed Deathmark a little bit. It functions more immediately, but they changed the duration a little bit. They nerfed between the eyes a little, by the way, it looks of it. Huh? Okay. Burn Spirit summons element spirits. 15. Okay, they toned it back down. Oh no. 50% to fire, frost, and nature damage. I think normally it's like 20% to physical, but 15 to elemental. That's unfortunate, man. I was gonna be like, hell yeah. Warlocks? Not really. Nothing. Warlocks got nothing. Man. Thunderclap. Prot hidden specialization. Reduce rage cost of Thunderclap by 100. A Thunderclap generates 50 rage. Oh, it's like a hidden buff. And then we know that they got some PvP changes for them. I don't know what's new there, but okay. Oh, the background is a lot cooler now. I like that. Hell yeah. Hold on, let me take a picture of that one. Yeah, so it looks like there are some changes over in the pre-patch. Over in PTR, but nothing too crazy, chat. Is the beta back up? Anybody know? Anybody peep it yet? I only played Rogue and Hunter, trying to find a DL of all that's a caster. Any recommendations? So some of the casters I really did enjoy is Shadow Priest. Actually, let me hop on Shadow Priest real quick. I want to try Shadow Priest with that 8 target cap. Oh, that's gonna be so good, man. Is that the only priest I got? Okay, I got this one priest too. That'll work out. This one doesn't have tier set, but it's okay. The most fun caster. Elemental's really fun too, yeah. Hopefully they'll be tuned properly because they do seem kind of cool. Like playing the Shaman in general is awesome. Warlock dodge nerf every week. Okay, maybe not destruction, but like affliction and demonology definitely do dodge nerfs pretty often. But destruction I feel like is on a whole another boat. In a whole another environment. And I think Duster could maybe use a little bit more loving, to be fair. But that's just me. Do I have self-cast? There we go. This is gonna make things a little bit easier. So they actually did change this, didn't they? Oh, I gotta re-get it back. What do I do? Oh no, I just gotta put some stuff in. Okay, whatever. This 8 targets. Oh, that is so good with misery. Oh, this is gonna be so good, chat. Oh, I'm so excited. That's my favorite change. That's gotta be my favorite change. That makes me happy. That's the stuff I like to see. There's only so many points I can invest into. But man, just being able to toss out a big old lob into a bunch of mobs. Wait, why can't I go there's like a ton of mobs all stacked together? Why can't I go with there's like a ton of things stacked together that could just like lob one of these in? Is there anywhere in the game where I could just go and like... Not really, right? But that's gonna be so nice, man. Just toss this in. 8 targets get hit. That's gonna let you start your AoE in the opener, man. That's gonna be really, really nice. Hell yeah. I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that. That's gonna be awesome. Except having to like redot things up is gonna be super annoying. As a spec. They took away the cooldown reduction on the cooldowns? Wait, what? Hold on. On the they took away cooldown reduction on Shadow Crash, like how haste would reduce the cooldown over the ability. Which is a little bit lame, but what can you do, honestly? Not much. I kind of wish they kept it, but yeah, again, like what can you really do? It's better to at least that you could like blast 8 targets in. Just get a bunch of damage. I do have tier 7 on this guy apparently. Yeah, tier 7 is gonna be weird on this thing. Should I giga build yet? Well, it depends what you mean by giga build. I tried a bunch of builds already over like my time on the beta and the alpha. But I guess it depends what you mean by giga build. Strains of focus, all you could save Padme? Really? Depends where Padme is. If she's surrounded by sand, that scorching gets everywhere. What's up, Oz? I hated my guy. Oh, your build. I'll call on that. No, I have not. No, I think I tried it once. But I think I played it wrong though. I just don't know how I feel about the auto attacks. I guess because you're not two-handed, you do get a lot more damage on rampages, do you? Right? From those annihilates. That'll be really, really good. I think this guy may be playing similar build that you are. Because you're going for that Storm of Swords Annihilator, but you're still keeping Southern Strikes. Because you're not going for that single Mighty Fury. Oh no, Annihilator do... I was thinking for some reason maybe Annihilator do apply the Rage and Blow. 20% instead of 2%, but never mind. I don't know, I just don't feel like I get as many swings to get Annihilator value. I feel like Rage and Blow at that point... I mean, I guess it's a little slower, but... I would need to give it a try, because maybe there's enough globals in between that are stronger than Rage and Blow, then I don't know, maybe. But how you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, so this is a good change. This Breeze. But I guess I'm surprised they did all these changes like on the side, man. I don't expect for them to do that. Yeah, Warlock didn't really get much. Rogues didn't really get much in changes. Paladins got some good stuff, which should make them a little bit better. Windwalkers got, I guess, some talent changes too, but very, very minor. Evokers, which we can't really test unless beta is up. Chat, is the beta up right now? Guardian, I do want to see Guardian though. Do they actually nerf this thing? Do they actually nerf Guardian Druid? I'd be very, very surprised. I feel like that's one of the specs that didn't really need a nerf. Remember from Star Wars Anakin Boo, always being an Emperor Palpatine and Sith Lord. Wait, really? I can feel your hatred. It gives you strength. Okay, now that you said Palpatine, I can read in his voice kind of. I didn't even think about it, honestly. I read it out, I was like, man, what kind of voice do I need for that? I just check the Sun Kick build. Spark double Sun Kick for 175k. Yeah, Sun Kicks is really, really good. Rise Sun Kicks, you get little blackout kicks, and like how you can like jab a couple of times to get a back-to-back blackout kicks to get resets on. Yeah, it's gonna be nutty. You're able to go for full stun, big kick. No, beta's not up, unfortunately. Is the Destro that bad off? You know what? I barely get to play Destro. I really want to give Destro a proper go. Think about moving my horde to Melganis. Remember hearing about it back in the day at CTZ? Kind of heartbroken, won't be able to use a few of the names I had on the server. Yeah, man, if you want to move to Melganis, if you got some homies in Melganis, honestly, go for it. Now would be a good time to move a character over and find a guild on there. If you're looking. Like, or maybe like wait until pre-patch is up. Could do that too. But if that's what you're looking for, man, not a bad idea. But also may not be a bad idea to put in some like apps. Some apps just to see if they got any people signing up for you. You know? Can we do the new dungeons here on PTR yet, by the way? Probably not, right? We can't do the new older one yet. Have rewards of this guy? Since when? Oh god, this is the old dungeons. Oh, weird. 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 I don't like that. So, yeah, Survival of the Fittest has 2 points now. So that is a nerf to Guardian. You have to invest some points to get down further into the tree. I don't know how I feel about it, chat. But I think that's really all that's got changed here. Gets 2 points here for 2 points here. Maybe that's how they're rationalizing it. Their main 10% chance. So they gave this 2 points as well. I think this used to be 1 point too. I didn't really think Guardian needed to be like nerfed down, but who knows, honestly. Guardian nerfs since feedback was heard. Exactly, yeah. Guardians are like, can we get more stuff? Less stuff? No, more stuff. Less stuff. Okay. Oh no. This is like one of those it's like Blizzard is like one of those genies where you ask for like, hey, can I get buffs? Buffs for other classes? No, for me. Buffs for other classes. It's like one of those genies like, be careful what you wish for type of genie. Can I get buffed? Okay. Someone got buffed. Not yours. Taters are the Taters precious. That's Taters. Give us a... Yo, actually, I did watch Lord of the Rings with Cran recently. Recently, I showed Cran Lord of the Rings. We watched the original trilogy, which is still insanely good movie, and then watched The Hobbit. Yeah, and then there's the show, which I heard mixed things about, and I haven't really tried it. But if you guys enjoy it, that's good. If you guys like the show, I'm glad you do. Bears are still going to be a big Moonfire build, aren't they? Got a bunch of Moon Bears. mooning people everywhere. I kind of like the Moon Bear build though. Like, I actually enjoy it a lot because Moonfire does a lot of damage. The fact that you can spare it to everybody, I mean, you literally became like a dot bear, man. You just dot in the world. You just need a little bit more survivability, so you just build a bit of rage. But yeah, being a Moon Bear, my god. Look at that Moonfire. And the fact is, it heals you too. Like, if you build it right, you actually get healing from it. The heal for 30% of all damage it does 20% more damage. It cleaves to multiple enemies. It does more damage. Oh, this does more damage. Galactic Bear, your damage has a 5% chance to trigger free automatic Moonfire. Once it occurs, the next Moonfire will generate raging costs, deals more damage. So it's all nutty, man. Yeah, Moon Bears are gonna be nuts. I think actually as a filler, it's literally like advised right now to just press Moonfire when you don't have like Mangle or Thrash. Even though it's like, technically you could be just and swipe in hopes to get a proc on Moonfire. But apparently it's just better for survivability just to do Moonfires. Because that'll just give you more healing, more livability. Just Moonfire. Because some your auto takes you just random proc Moonfires too. That gives you survivability just to lift stuff. It's insane, the fact that that works. Nice little bit, but it still has. Almost an Ursa class, it burns us, freezes, takes us. Wow, so what's about them voice? What's the movie lines, man? I'm liking it, but interesting. Is it like your shtick? Yeah, nothing changed there. The background is about the same. I always like that one though. Do you think? Sorry, could you possibly show SC and AoE Frost Mage build, please, Dal? If not busy, I would love to show these builds if you could do some Mythic Pluses. Can we somehow do Mythic Plus dungeons on here? On PTR? I know we've tried it before. I think Jake tried to see if we can get a group together, or try to see if we can go into a dungeon. Can we somehow do Mythic Plus dungeons or Mythic Zero dungeons? Because I would love to do the new Ulduar Mythic Plus. Because technically Ulduman is there. Technically it's in the game. Can we do this as a Mythic? Just walk in? Is that a thing we could do? Hold on. I actually want to try it. Now I want to try it. Now I want to see if I can do it. Support. I haven't been to Baraz as Alliance in so long. Here we go. Wait, no. Is it up here? Okay, let's get it starting to ring the bell. Here. There's no way, right? There's just actually no way. Yeah, I'd love to do it, man. What's up, Cry? Hey, my man. Hope you have a good one. Moonfire 50% damage? Bro, it's a lot of your damage, Moonfire. I don't hate it, honestly. The Moonfire becomes this, like, active part of your playstyle. I do wonder how they'll adjust, you know, like, their playstyles with tier sets and stuff. Having a bit of consistent damage, those bear, I think is going to be good. If M plus is possible and Zero and join you, definitely, yeah. If you guys, yeah, if Mythic Zeros are possible for, like, Ulduar, or if, like, Mythic Pluses are possible, yeah, I'd love to. I think it'd be kind of fun. Because then you could kind of just dress classes and stuff. That's what I've really been wanting to do. Also, let me know if the beta comes back, man. If the beta comes back on, we're hopping back in the beta. Because the whole time I'm just like hanging out, testing out different class builds and stuff. I want to play Destro. That's one spec I really want to give a try to. Because I've heard not a lot of good stuff about Destro. Let's just go with not a lot of good. And I wonder if it is that bad. Because I don't want it to be bad. I'd rather it be like, okay. Looks like the arrow is facing this way, so I'll be good. We fly. If I had dragon riding, man, I'd be there already just now. I'm back. What's up, Twice? Hey, do my man. Hey, Dad, what's up, Doom Wolf? How you doing, man? Assembling the new changes. So there's no new changes yet. There's just a list of changes that have happened earlier in the week. So I can link you what happened on the PTR last week, over the weekend, I think it was. Yeah. So that's not the new beta changes. That's like what happened on PTR. But likely these changes will also be applied to beta in just a little bit. Likely, not a guarantee. Is it a Tuesday? It is. We got a raid today, man. What are we raiding? Sepulchre? It's probably Sepulchre, honestly. They're just doing low damage. That's what I want to try, man. I want to see like if the damage is actually that far behind every other spec. Because I haven't seen a lot of people to play Destro, and I haven't heard a lot of stuff about Destro. Like, sometimes you hear about classes doing bad, sometimes you hear about classes doing good, but Destro, you just hear, like, nothing about them. Like every time I talk to any Warlock friends, they're like, "Oh, I feel like she's good. Demolish Warlock is that's who's there." And besides that, I don't really hear much about it. Like, I don't know. It probably is like just severely undertuned, but I wonder if maybe it's like people just haven't messed around with builds. I've always had that kind of like a stubborn personality regarding that stuff. Like if somebody says like, "Oh, this spec is terrible, it can't work," like I get some spidey sense of tingling. Like, okay, well, I want to see if I can make it work. You know what I mean? I like taking like it can't work for an answer. I want to be like, well, what if, and go experimenting. Maybe that's why I was playing Outlaw for so long, because I played a lot of Outlaw when it was like not that great. And I was like, you know what? I could probably make it work. I can build these. I can build it up. I can bring it back up to where it needs to be. Hopefully, maybe. Try my best. Give it my all. I don't know. It's just like maybe it just needs the right build. But yeah, you guys are probably right on this one. Want to see it for yourself? Exactly. Yeah. I like to give it a proper college try, and I would be stubborn about it. Like I'll just keep at it and at it and at it until it's like, okay, well, now that I've tried everything, now that I've exhausted all possibilities, now I know for certain that can't work. I don't know. I always felt like some off-meta specs usually get like thrown out, and I just don't like throwing out the baby with the bathwater. I always like to give it a go until like okay, I give up. Now I give up. Now I forget about it. Okay, so the mini zone is there. Let me see if the dungeon is available, because the portal thing is there. Goober's out here. Legacy tier not yet available. That is unfortunate, man. Can I set it to mythic or something? Dungeon difficulty mythic. No, so it's not available. That's unfortunate. What about mythic pluses? Are mythic dungeons available? I'll go to Ring of Fate, see if maybe we can get ourselves a key. Because if mythic pluses are available, that could be kind of fun. Hey Dal, good to see you again. What's up, Larissa? How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. We're just kind of out here on the PTR waiting for the beta servers to be up. Looks like they do have a build tonight. Hopefully it'll be something fun and exciting. But yeah, hopefully they can get it back up and running soonish. That's why I played some Holy Priest Season 2 about Season 3 and 4. Yeah, exactly. What about Shadowlands dungeons? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Can we do those as the mythic pluses? Because technically Season 4 dungeons should be up for the week. I guess I'm going to open up my weekly vault, see what I get out of this character, just to see what kind of gear I get. And let's see if we can even step foot into mythic pluses. Because I'd like to, dude, I imagine just being able to play a little bit of like that Gambit with the new class changes. Gambit, dude. Tazavesh Gambit. Big Murloc pool, big AoE. As an outlaw with an 8 target cap. Oh, my goodness. That'd be so good. It's only 8, so it's not going to be that much better, but like, that's an improvement. That's an improvement. Dude, this place is so dead. Ouroboros is just so... I mean, it's PTR, so not a lot of people hang out here. In Ouroboros specifically. But it's just so dead, which I guess is fitting since it's all Shadowlands Afterlife. Sure, I'll take a ring. And... I do have a keystone. What's it for, though? Can I... Mythic Keystone. Mythic Plus Dungeons. FF32 AEE. I don't really know. What? Place within the fauna power inside a mythic dungeon. I have no idea what it's for then. Hey. Hey. Can you read this? Wait, there might be a horde actually. That's a Opera. That's a human paladin. That's a human paladin. Yeah, so what is this supposed to be? What if you lower the key? I can see what happens if I lower the key. Oh, that's still open. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Is that just gonna stay open like a gate? Like a door? Okay, I guess it's open. But keystone level is too high. Reduce it. No, it still is the same. I guess what I can do is I can run into those dungeons. Maybe the key or whatever is for dungeon you want. Possibly. So what I can do is I can maybe go to a random dungeon and see if it works there, right? I can see if I can take this key to a random dungeon that's available and see if I can go there. Is it going to be original Shadowlands dungeons or the new stuff? Because it looks like I don't have portals here. Huh. There's retail or beta. This is PTR right now, so it's not either or. It's closer to beta than retail, I'd say. Yeah, so I kind of want to go inside of a dungeon, see if I can plug it in, see if it works. But I don't know if it's going to be one of the old Shadowlands dungeons or if it's going to be the new stuff. I want to go to Tezavesh real quick, though. Like, what if I just plug it in and it just works? Because that'd be awesome. That'd be cool. What is the present opinion of BM Hunter in DF? Actually, I feel like it's gotten better. I like BM a lot because it's gotten a lot more depth to it while still keeping that original pet-based gameplay. I love the improvements to kill command that it can cleave. I like the pet summoner build. I like the whole pet summoning mechanic. I think the improvements to aspect of the wild are kind of interesting looking because Cobra Shot will cleave. That gives you more kill commands. That could be very interesting. Damage-wise, it could be really good too with how you can like augment and adjust it. I like the big pet summoner build. I like the investment into your main pet. So like there's multiple ways of like playing BM, and then you can also play into like damage over time aspects with like the bleed and the poison damage and explosive shot, and how you can modify your playstyle with class sounds too. Overall, I like it a lot. I think it's really good. I guess I'll go inside, see if that works. Must be level 60 to enter Tezavesh. Huh? I'm sorry. I must be at least level 60 to enter Tezavesh. I'm sorry? Well, I entered it on normal. Hey, let me go in normal, but what about mythic? There's a mythic plus thing here, but it is helping normal. This thing's at a normal item level. Why did I say I gotta be level 60? Oh my god. Okay, so I guess you can do mythic pluses. Unless I can port to those instances myself. Yeah, it says I gotta be level 60. Okay, well that's not gonna work. Let's see if I can maybe hop on my rogue. Because some of my characters do have ports to some of these dungeons. So when I see if maybe I can get a port into those dungeons directly. I think it's a paladin that I have that should potentially be able to use a port to one of these dungeons. You can check out Monk. Yeah, I don't think Monks really got too many new stuff. I think there's some changes to Windwalker, but not too many. I think they basically made it so 1 point talent node became 2 point talent node. I think it's Dalpal that has the ports. Let me just check out this guy really quick in chat. Barb Shot is so boring. I miss the Legion Dire Beast. Yeah. You can summon more Dire Beasts with like a Dire Beast build with kill commands and stuff. That could be really interesting. It looks like those Dire Beasts do a lot of single target damage if you can get a bunch of them. I do like Barb Shot though, how you can like make it a bleed and kill command interactions with it, and you can make a bleed stronger and poison stronger, so you can almost make like a survival 100 damage over time build. I do like that. And you can spread your bleeds and spread your poisons everywhere, and you have kill commands with AoE. That could be kind of fun. I feel like that could be good in like certain fights where, let's say like you can't really reach mobs from super far away. Rogue is your main? I'm not really sure what I'm gonna main. It's either gonna be Rogue, Evoker, Death Knight, Monk, Warrior, or Shaman. Currently my Rogue is main though. How do you feel about the new talents? I like him a lot. Rogue's got some really good stuff. We also got a raid utility, dungeon group utility with the atrophic poison to reduce enemies' damage done to us. I think that's really good. Is it this character that has the portals? General, yeah. Path of the Dark Rail. Yeah, I do. Okay, let me do this, chat. Let me go to Ouroboros, give myself a keystone, and then see if I can just go to that dungeon. Maybe if I take the port directly to it, maybe I'll be able to like get inside and do stuff. Warrior 100p. Warrior's so good right now. I like the class sounds for Warrior's Might. I really would have loved Wrenching Impact with that pull things in front of you. Shockwave him afterwards. I would have loved that combo. I think it would have been insanely strong in PvP and PvE. Just grip everything in front of you. stun everything, lock it down with a spear, like not let anyone go. It would have been awesome, and then Blizzard's like, all right, it's too good, we're removing it. I was a little bit sad, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna continue to be the sad boy. No biggie. You just give me a starter build, just so I can at least move. We'll grab a stone and we'll go keystone and we'll go and see if we can access the dungeon chat. I'm gonna try the mage show on the beta and PTR. On beta, I think we've done only PTR. I don't know if it's available in beta. Coming in a future build. Well, they did say that they're gonna add like another town to replace it, but in an update later. I don't think they're gonna give back Wrench and Impact though. Although if they did, that'd be awesome. Like even just as a PvP talent, I would have been pretty happy with. It wouldn't have been perfect result, perfect solution, but I would love to see it at some point in the future. Of course, I get to be a beta that starts it down. I wish it now. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get a new build up and running, and hopefully they can get one at some point. I misplaced my keystone, so we have no idea what dungeons this is for. But what I can do is I can port and try to see if this works there in the Draenor Warlord's Draenor dungeons. Dungeon difficulty Mythic. See if it works. I don't know why I even have this port. I think we did this on like a 10 and it gave it for some reason. Asmongold mentioned you last night in the stream. What did Asmongold say? Oh no. Oh no, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. Anxiety flares up. What does Keystone say? So it says something wacky. It's some cryptic. Grimrail. Okay. So Mythic Plus Dungeons FFA335EE. Yeah. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like a code. I'm sure it's like for the older Keystone that's maybe not doesn't function properly. What I can do is I can try doing this in Mythic, see if it works. Maybe it'll work here. We do have the other dungeon I could probably peep as well. If there is like a font of power, maybe I can plug it in and see if it works. And maybe we could just go to all these other fonts of power and see if it works. Because it doesn't really say like what keystone it's for. Unless I can figure out what FAEE, all that stuff is for. Is this a Mythic? It is. There's no font of power. Okay, so that doesn't work then. I guess I'll try the other one a little bit down the road. See what we get. Normal heroic mist work. I have no idea. That'd be great though. Yeah, imagine if you could just do imagine if this is a random keystone from like Mythic plus Mists. That'd be something. Yeah, if I can figure out what the code is, what the FA335E is supposed to be for, I'd like to figure it out. But you can do Tezavesh. The font isn't available in this new instance, in this new dungeon. I'm gonna guess the font is also not gonna be available, like to plug the keystone in this one either. Yeah. Mythic Plus says not available. Mythic says not available. Can you put it back up again, looking up the code? Yeah. It's FFA335EE. Yeah. Let's try to see if I can walk in. The code is gonna disappear, William. I'm sorry. I just want to see if it works. You know? Yeah, the font of power is missing. It is a mythic though, right? Like I'm not going senile. Yeah, so it is a mythic, like it's just not there. Yeah, I have no idea, man. I have no clue. I have no idea. Mythic not available. I wonder if maybe another thought process I have, chat. Another thought I had is, what if it's somewhere in Or what if it's somewhere like one of the older dungeons? Because like, when I look up the seasonal affix, right? These are the dungeons show up. The old school, I mean, Tazavers there too, but also the old school dungeons. So what if I do this? What if I hop on a different character that's an Orbos? Maybe like my rogue, right? My main rogue. That already has a dungeon portal. So I go in, I grab a Darnum Keystone, I port to one of these dungeons. I see if I can even walk in there. You know what I mean? Epic is the code for mythic quality item. Oh, so that just basically is the code to turn a text into purple? Wait, so it's just literally a code for a color scheme, isn't it? My god, okay, so that doesn't help us at all then. Okay, cool. So I guess someone will be in front of it, and that would be like what color that's supposed to be, epic quality. That's actually kind of cool. Had no idea. The more we know. I'm guessing this character may have the portals. Let's go to the distributor trying between rarities. It is a code to turn purple. Man, that's a forge. I was hoping maybe we're doing some big brains to crack the code. Dude, all I want to do is hop on PTR or beta and test class changes in dungeons. That's why I loved Mythic Plus Week when they had it available over in the beta. It's because we could just dive into dungeons, try stuff, see what works, see what plays well. That's all I wanted to do, man. That is all I wanted to do. Let's go to watch Dalaran. I feel like that could be read very, very sarcastically. That really would depend on like the context mix up flicks. But yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I was there for like I remember the whole, what is it? It's been a while since I watched Album ago, but I do remember this whole thing with his mom a while back. And yeah, I'm glad the dude is still streaming. I'm glad he's still doing okay. I just remember like thinking about it at the time, and I have a, you know, I generally have a really good, you know, everybody fights with their parents or whatever, but like I just don't know where I'd be without my mom. So like when that whole thing happened, I was like, man, that's tough. That's rough. I'm glad the guy's still doing okay, still streaming and doing all good stuff, you know. But I haven't really watched a lot of like anybody recently, not even like him, but like everybody. I just feel like I'm grinding videos mostly. I just get busy until like 10 a.m. or whatever. I don't really have time to watch anybody. You know, I tried into Mythic and do normal heroic. Mythic says not available yet. So it does say that it's ready, but not available. I like that, but that's sad that it doesn't work. I'm looking for another old key, so it should be replaced, but it was never because PTR. Yeah, probably. I don't know if they really wanted for us to test any of the Mythic pluses on PTR either. Everyone watches highlights, lol. There are some really good highlights channels though, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed the content. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Super fun hanging out with all of you. Speaking about content, I got a big project I'm working on this evening. I'm going the wrong way, so hopefully I won't be as absent-minded as I am here about it. But yeah, let's go grab it. I think we're just gonna go port to one of these dungeons that we got. One of these. So we got all of them. I was gonna port to anything that isn't Tezavesh, try one of the OGs, maybe see if that works. But we'll see. Let's try Heroic though. Heroic won't really, it's just Heroic, I guess it's possible to do Heroic. It's just everything is gonna die very, very quickly. Unlike a Mythic Plus setting, it's at least like gonna live for 2 seconds longer than Heroic. Like a 17 or a 15. Oh, that'd be so fun. It's just on 12 or on Heroic, it just, everything just melts in 2 seconds. That'd be like my biggest gripe with it. But like worst to worst, I guess we could. I'm not against it. I'm like how there's more people showing up in PTR little by little, by the way. Since beta is down, more people are showing up in PTR little by little, bit by bit. Alright, let's go for, I don't know what dungeon I do. Let's do, I never got in tier on a Psy. I don't know why I never got in tier now. Let's go DOS. I want to see if a DOS works. So I don't know why I have PvP on. Let's turn that off real quick. By the way, chat, anyone check if beta's up real quick while I'm doing this? Real quick. Also, anybody here get I know it's a WoW stream, but anybody get into Diablo 4 closed beta, by the way? Because last time there was like about Diablo closed beta stuff, man. It looked kind of good. Look kind of good. Okay, dungeon difficulty mythic. Can I go in? Mythic, the other side not yet available. What? Well, I don't think you can do it now, boys. Shadow Launch beta, there's an update. Is it really? Okay, hold on. Let me do that real quick. So you can still run the OG Shadowlands dungeons. You must have a manual to run them. Like go into those dungeons over, like what, back? You mean in pre-patch? Like will you be able to do Mythic Pluses? Yes, you'll still be able to while the pre-patch is up. Eventually, like Mythic Plus dungeons will be disabled and you'll have access to normal and heroic and Mythic 0, but you won't have access to like Mythic Pluses. Yeah, that's gonna be up during a pre-patch. I don't know if you played any other games or WoW. Diablo looks alright. You like too much crowd, too down crowd kind of thing. So I really have a hard time like getting into games that are like top-down screen, right? The aerial view, like bird's eye view. I have a really hard time getting into those kind of games. But Diablo is, there's something about the Diablo aesthetic that I really want to give it a try. Because I tried Diablo 3, Machooks in fact helped me out, tried to get me into Diablo 3. I had a very, very difficult time playing it on my own. Playing with Machooks, super fun. On my own, I just found it very, very difficult. That's why I never really got into Lost Ark either. But Diablo 4, I really want to give it a try. It looks sick as hell. Some of the class stuff doing it looks awesome. That'll be the game where I really want to try the top-down. I just had a really hard time getting into it. Something about like having a camera behind the character, I don't know, it just plays better for me. Feels better, if that makes any sense. Maybe I'm the only one. Let's see if there's a beta update real quick. Yeah, would you get the Black Dragon Hawk? Can you please tell me? So that's a Sylvanas Mythic mount. That will still be available if you are waiting right now for Mythics. Yeah, Sylvanas Mythic mount should be available available for now. If you do Sylvanas Mythic. I think nowadays Sylvanas Mythic is easier. Like without any faded affixes, it is doable. I mean, we almost killed our actual Mythic unfaded. But yeah, faded with no affixes, it is a lot easier. As long as you know the mechanics. Beta update is good. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Is it a big one? It's probably not going to be that big. I mean, we're getting close to a release. Frostmage ST build on dummies, please. Yay, if we get the beta up and running, I'd be down to try. That's another spec I gotta play a little bit more. It's Frostmage. Frostmage, Gesture Warlock, Holy Priest. Some of the tanks out there. I can't stand top-down games. When you fight waves of enemies. I don't have anything against fighting like large groups of enemies and going for like massive numbers. I mean, we kind of did that in Legion, right? It's not even the numbers that turn me off. Or the numbers of mobs. It's just the top-down thing makes it like harder for me to like really get into it. Although I like Heroes of the Storm and I like League for a little bit, very casual League. Like it's not even the top-down thing. It's just when the top-down thing of a character and you focus and you play kind of like an MMO-esque. I don't know. It's just difficult for me to get into that specific type. I got Diablo 4, but we're allowed to talk about it. I have no idea. I had to sign something about NDA. Yeah, if you sign the NDA, save bet you just not say anything. Then just keep it to yourself, or do it in very private company with like friends or whatever. But actually, I guess publicly, I should be like, if you signed an NDA, you really shouldn't talk about it. But if you have friends, you definitely shouldn't tell them about it either. You know? So we'll roll with that one. Let's go with my answer. Try Sham. I did early into the beta. They didn't change too much. They're basically more or less very, very familiar. Rest of Shaman is live or Shadowlands version, but they do have a lot more damage. Battle Sham is really fun. Last time we played it, I played Battle Shabby. I was just contributing damage. That's all I was doing. We're just popping off DPS, dude. Chain lightning, throw down rain for acid rain, do a little bit of healing when you need to. Bit is still down. Patch is 1.6 gigs. I can't tell if it's a big update or not a big update, because I feel like they had a big one, like 5 gigs or something last week or something, wasn't it? Or a couple months ago. Acid Rain. Dude, it's so good. I love it. What's your opinion generally on the damage in Dragonflight? I heard the damage is even more bursty in Shadowlands. Like PvE or PvP? So if you talk about PvP, it does definitely feel bursty, but I think they've been trying to slow it down by quite a bit. We used to have duels where classes would like die within 5 minutes, and then you would be like, on to the next duel. Nowadays, things have been slowing down. Either players getting used to the damage and used to the classes and the towns and how to control other players to slow down their damage output, or them turning down the knobs to turn classes down and slowly adjust it. I'm sure they're going to be fine tuning to slow the game down a little bit, but I think it's going to be very similar for PvP as Shadowlands. Things gotta die. So damage, you're going to be able to make impactful damage numbers, especially with this recent CC nerf. You're going to see CC less, but they're probably going to amp up the damage a little bit to make sure that CC, even if it's short-term CC, you don't sit crack control for long, but in a short CC, you can make a play. So damage has been generally on the high end, but I feel like it's not higher than Shadowlands. Are there some things that are bursty? Yes, but also it's PTR or beta, it's not finely tuned. Especially people running around, like, especially if you see a burst of a class, run in, pop their big damage ability, and use that Darkmoon Trinket to one-shot them. Not gonna be how bursty the game is gonna be. That's not a good representation of it. So, context matters. I'm sure there's gonna be some class abilities that will be toned down and tuned properly. Some things are just way out of whack. But once they're tuned, I think you're still gonna have pretty bursty classes. Maybe hopefully it's not as bursty as Shadowlands, but it won't be that. It won't be so. It won't be as bursty as Shadowlands, hopefully, but it'll be close, as they're not trying to make things slow. If that makes any sense. Maintenance October 19th? Tomorrow? Oh, 30 minutes. 30 seconds? 30 minutes? Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's fine. Barbara's painting. Honestly. There's a game coming out for competitive PvE games. I'm basically like a boss rush and team versus the boss. 4 teams of 4, clear fast, and defeat objectives makes it harder. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really played games like that. Or that often. The nerf CC? They did, yeah. So if you run the double PvP trinket, you take 10% less CC from all sources. I think it's on purpose to reduce the uptime and the... because the burst is higher, so sitting in long-term CC or even too long of a CC, you could just die. So they're trying to reduce the impact of CC a little bit. So classes that don't play into like CC chains in like arena compositions are going to be a little bit better in that kind of environment. And it also helps reduce the value of the human with Relentless Trinket and the orc with their passive racial. So this accomplishes a couple of things. It's not great for classes that are CC focused, which is rogues. This means the majority of the community is happy when rogues are unhappy. Rogues that throw you down to crack control back to back, they're impacted pretty heavily by it. Locking things down to stun back to back, it's gonna be a little bit shorter. You're gonna have to be a little bit more careful with it. You're gonna have to adjust it. But everybody else that doesn't get like getting locked down by rogues, this is a buffer. I think mages also kind of don't benefit from this either, but they also have been able to adjust, at least in the 5-5 duel scene. So it's possible to play around it. But it also makes Orc a little bit less good, because Orcs normally have the stun resistance, and it feels like you have to play Orc if you want to be competitive in PvP. Now Orc is going to have a 5% more stun resistance, while everybody else has like 10% all CC resistance. So Orc will be slightly better, but not that much. Human with the Stunbreaker racial and Relentless made him less resistant to CC generally, and they were able to break out of the important CC, which is usually stuns. That's the stuff that usually kills you. But now it's going to be more even. So you should feel less of like, I need to play human, I need to play an orc. I'm sure both of them will still have respective value, but like a night elf with that passive modified Relentless effect is going to be a little bit stronger. It's a choice. If you want to use that, you feel like the racial a little bit better. Or dwarf, dark iron, you know, all those things are going to be a little bit stronger. So it's not going to make everybody happy, but I think generally as a whole, I think it's a good move in the right direction, where ratios are less impactful or less mandatory feeling. And you're not sending CC less. That means you're spending more time playing the game, because nobody likes getting locked down by rogues for like an hour and a half. It's like watching competitive PvP. It was basically whoever had the CC on the go with immunities won. Basically, yeah. I'm glad that they're at least listening to feedback, because at some point they made that CC reduction 15% effective instead of 10, but then they lowered it down after listening to feedback. At least it looks like they're at least trying to change the game to account for like the different towns that we have, and then for PvP, and trying to adjust it and take it in a different direction. Because I think where they had it in Shadowlands, it was okay, but it wasn't perfect. I feel like they're probably going to continue going through iterations and changes and tuning over time. And I think they should continue getting it changed until they get it perfect, right? Even if the next iteration may not be perfect, as long as it's better than the last one, we're heading in the right direction. So it's going to be kind of like feeling around and making adjustments. I feel like the game used to be somewhere between like Shadowlands Burst or maybe like Wrath of Lich King burst, but somewhere like middle ground between that and like how slow the games were in like later newer expansions, like in Legion for Duels in particular, that was very, very slow. Wait, Sora is now affected by dragon riding chance of Dragonflight? Wait, what? Hold on. Hello, Dragon Riders and Dragthew. We've been hearing lots of feedback about Sora. Feels never worth using, especially when they progress through the dragon riding skills. Drake Rider training has been renamed to Take It to the Skies. Also increase Sora's maximum speed to match the Dragon Isle Drakes. Wait, hold on a second. Sora is gonna be as fast as dragon riding now in Dragon Isles. Hold on a second. Max speed to match that of Dragon Isle Drakes. Dynamic stretching. The rest of travels. Yearning for the Skies. Reduce the cooldown of Sora by 40 seconds. Reduce it to 2 minutes with all these traits. Cooldown reduction and you fly as fast as a dragon. Together with Dragthew from the Skies, this results in a possible 1 minute cooldown. 1 minute CD on the ratio. Also, Dragon Rider upgrades for fallen callouts. Gold, silver times have been updated advanced courses. You can also change mounts. Start races count, silver race. With a passage jumping. Oh, Dragon Rider has updates. Cool. So wait, you can actually eventually upgrade your Sora ability to be as fast as dragon riding. Okay, so while Dragthew players inside the Dragon Isle, so this isn't usable in the old world. So in the old world, you'll fly slowly, but you have access to a form of dragon riding, unlike everybody else. While inside of the zones, if you just want to take it to the sky and fly off, just to make it quicker without having to mount up, you can do that. I like this. That's going to be really good. Dude, that's going to be so good for PvP. Because I think you can use Sora while in combat. I don't think you need to be out of combat in order to like racial up and just fly. So if you want to like swoop in, PvP somebody on the dragon, you pop in, burst them down, you soar out before somebody can CC ya, and you can swoop out. That's going to be so good. Also having a minute CD on it, my god, mobility is going to be great. Duckley the Lovely, Quack. Yo, we're going to be seeing more Duckleys over in just a moment here, chat. Just a month in Dragon Isles. This is cool. I like this. Hopefully we'll get even more class changes though. Other mid picture spell animations work in progress. Thinking about a mind spike for a spearhead for survival. That's a good question. I don't know how much more animation changes they can do. I think the safe way to assume that the current animation is the intended animation. And maybe they could change it in a future build, but this late into development, I think they're going to prioritize tuning and stuff and bug fixing rather than animation changes. So that's probably going to be... Could be honestly genuinely surprised, but right now I would take the animations we have right now as what we'll get. What do you think about the pots that you could use after death? About the pots you can use after death. They did add some flasks and stuff that let you use get effects after you die, right? I don't know about that. I haven't messed around with too many of those. But I think it's cool that they're messing around and giving you more consumables to mess with. And there's some fun consumables too. Like there's a lot of them like for professions of crafting and stuff. And there's a lot of consumables flasks that have different effects rather than like, hey, here's a flask that just gives you stats. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of different to it. There's a little bit of wackiness to it. It can be part of like a build and customization that you can incorporate into your playstyle. And I think it's really cool. Like a lot of the like, hey, drink a flask, get more stats. Pretty passive. But like you drink a flask and it gives you rotating random secondary stats every minute. If you're a class that utilizes all the stats, that could be kind of good because it gives you like stats, movement speed, stats, versatility, stats, this, stats, that. And a bunch of other stuff. Have we checked out professions? A little bit, yes. Mostly when crafting my gear. I haven't really dove deep into professions at all. I'm not really never been a profession player, although I think I am going to start investing time into professions because it looks like they put a lot of work into it and it's a new avenue for gold making. Mind spec literally does not have animation to get in the mind aspect. Yo, Quack, Duckley the Lovely, appreciate you. Can we get a hashtag Duckley? Thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate you, my man. Hashtag Duckley boys. Thank you, my guy. Hope you're having a good one. Does not have animation to get in the mind aspect. It feels dull as it can be. Spearhead also looks like a charge from vanilla. That's a fair point. Yeah, I do. That's a fair point, and definitely something that should be given as feedback. Like mind spec should probably have like some kind of like an. I check out like the caster animation or like the spell animation, because the spell animation of like spike going into person, that's the original version. That's the original mind spike. But like if you think that should be updated, I can agree with that. The charge from the spearhead If it's like an old charge, yeah. Yeah, like those old charges where like it looks like your card just like ran really quickly. Don't look like the current charge. I gotta play with that again, but yeah, I think those animations are gonna come out. It's safe to assume that those are probably gonna come out as they are right now. Maybe they'll surprise us and get a new one, but no guarantee. No guarantee. Yeah, what do you guys think about the flying change, man? The sword change? Because I think that's really good. Because, you know, a lot of people said, man, sword just doesn't feel like as fast anymore or as cool anymore. But the fact that sword can reach the same speeds, and as you learn how to train your dragon, as you learn how to upgrade your dragon, you also upgrade your sword down to a minute. I think it's really cool. The fact that you can soar as fast as a dragon. I think it's awesome. I honestly felt like it should have been like that in the first place, but I guess they're trying to make like, so in dragon riding, dragon isles, everybody's more equal footing, and drag they already have like, I guess, an advantage over others out in the open world when dragon riding is introduced. Hopefully this change. I know they're like really stuck on this will only work inside of, for drag theory inside of like dragon isles, but nowhere else. Hopefully when they, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring back dragon riding to other zones too. If they bring back dragon riding to other zones, they should also do this for like drag theory and other zones as well. Just give them like a quest line to like explore all the zones of Azeroth, and once you do that, you get dragon riding speeds in all the zones. Make like a journey quest where you go and do a quest in one continent, then you do a quest in another continent, do a quest in another continent. Maybe someone makes you utilize your racial for soaring, and it's like maybe you talk to like some locals that teach you how to handle the winds better. Imagine like you go to Draxia, you go to like the Broken Shore area, you hang out with a high-mounted Tauren who fly on eagles all the time, and they teach you how to better utilize the skies of like the mountains there, and then you can dragon ride in there. How cool would that be? I'd be cool with that. I think that'd be kind of neat. Drew Topano kind of be on mount. Exactly. Yeah. Sag, thanks for the response. And no problem, my guy. Yeah, we'll see what to do with it, Oliver. Like maybe they'll update it at the end of it. Yo, Dal, what's up, Zook? Hey to my guy. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome. Handle the wins better, so like EVOKERS and FFXV. I did not think of it that way, but yes. Let's scratch the part where I said I didn't think of that way and just say I'm a genius. That is exactly what I was thinking. I had no idea. I had no clue. I didn't play FF that much. I played enough to like interact with like 2 EVOKERS in that game, but never really got enough to like actually properly fly. Yeah, I never did that grind or anything. That's a game I haven't played in a while. But yeah, basically very similar to that. Kind of like an old school class quest, if you've done those before. That were like the druid quest that make you like, go super far away, really down to the bottom of the ocean to grab a thing, and I can like become a seal, or like get all your forms and stuff. Top 6 man learn towards warrior. Really? Yeah, man. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna play. I want to try my classes in PTR. I'm definitely gonna start playing a lot more once like not PTR but pre-patch once that's available. And that's in a week, man. Limited time to like wait until then. At the moment, full exploring map reduces the cooldown of store in the map. Yes, at the moment that's what it does. But I think they could maybe add like full exploring. It also reduces the cooldown of that for that zone. I think it'd be kind of neat. So it looks like the upgrades to the dragon will only increase the cooldown reduction of the only provide cooldown reduction for the flying, but they won't provide cooldown reduction for the flying abilities, so like mid-air maneuvering. I wonder if they could maybe add it so you could get a bit more maneuverability, but yeah, you know what? One step at a time. I'll take it honestly. I'm hoping servers come back up, man. Hopefully. What do you think about BM Hunter? I actually like him a lot half-fed. I think they're looking better in Dragonflight for like thematically, and I think they have better depth. They're still all about like summoning pets, controlling pets, kill commands, but like they have kill command cleave, they have cleave on their cobra shots if you play in Aspect of the Wild, you can play into barb shot kill command builds. Some of those legendary abilities that normally never were really good can actually make some plays and make some builds in Dragonflight. I love the pet summoning playstyle, whether you summon like a zoo with Call of the Wild, or Direbeast gameplay where the kill commands can summon more pets. Because Direbeast have gotten buffed, and last time we tested actually quite a bit of damage in single target. And there's a lot of ways to like augment your main pet as well, which I really like too. Overall, I like the fact that you can add more depth. Like you can really prioritize damage over time. Like the bleed, barb shot, spreading bleeds with a class tree to buff bleed damage and then give you some poison damage. Makes it like a dot playstyle, like a survival hunter-esque thing, while keeping that kill command focus which I think is really cool. That can help you out with like targets that are super far spread apart. You have your pets on one target, but keep dots on both of them so you can get overall good damage. Or go for big cleave AoE. I love the combination of the class talents and spec talents that can give you like it's same playstyle that you remember, but it can have more depth with the same ability kit, and I really like that. Also, Wailing Arrow with a silence, super good. I'm a big fan of the fact that hunters can get like an AoE silence. It's everywhere with survival. I guess it is a wonderful flesh out sword for some Evokers. Still have the Dragon Ride. That's what I think why originally they nerfed Soar in the first place, Ellum. I think they felt like that Soar was just as good as Dragon Riding, so they nerfed the speed. For the longest time, I felt like, you know what, Soar has a cooldown, Dragon Riding doesn't. Soar, you have a limited amount of usage of those flying abilities. In Dragon Riding, you can use them permanently as long as you maintain speeds and build up those flight charges or maneuver charges. They call like, you know, those little circle things or diamond things they had at the bottom and like little pips that would fill up with energy and stuff. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like yeah. So I always felt like originally Dragon Riding was already superior to Soar, but they felt the other way. But then they gave it a shorter cooldown, but they really slowed it down. And it was like not as fun. But at least they're bringing it back up to speed, literally, in Dragonflight and Zones. So you can amplify its speed and reduce its cooldown. So you can at least like still fly and enjoy that racial. I think even with those changes, it will still be worse than actual Dragon Riding. Just because you do have limitations of the cooldown. I guess down to minutes not really that bad as a Drakthir. But you also have limitations of like you can't use those movement abilities as often. Right? Those are gonna still have a cooldown. You can only use like 2 forward charges, forward soars, and 1 upward soar. Yeah. You're still gonna be limited on those. But yeah. And you're gonna be able to stream doggos? Dude, doggos, dude. Streaming the not doggos. Wait, hold on. But what doggos? Okay, so there are 2 doggos that I'm thinking of. So I'm thinking of the doggos from like the Himalayan looking doggos from the Honor Run, the Centaur doggos. But also I'm thinking of the dragon doggos. The like frog dragon combo. That's the guys I'm also thinking of doggos. I definitely gonna have to get a couple of those. But yeah, you can get a good boy and then you can get a scaly good boy. Sword is finally good. I know, it's good thing to at least is listen to some feedback regarding it. You know what I mean? That's a good change. Yeah, good boy, yeah. Dude, gotta get all the good boys, honestly. Struggling to pick a main, I'll be playing 2s with the rest of Shaman. Any suggestions? Classes are gonna change quite a bit, man, in Dragonflight. Something that synergizes with the rest of Shaman is probably gonna continue to synergize with the rest of Shaman going forward. Generally, Restas do pretty good with melee. Like a warrior or a death knight. Maybe like a caster too, so you can rotate hexes into another CC. Like a warlock, hexes into fears. I don't think those are DR. That could be pretty good. Hey Dalaran, what's up, bro? What's up, early? Hey, my man. Hope you're having a good one. It's gonna be sore everywhere. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I'm glad they changed it, man. It's good. Like, we're basically back to square one with Soar. They just basically brought it back to where it was, but now it has a shorter cooldown. It's just still slower out in the older zones. Like, I feel like if they did that initially as a change, that would have been fine, honestly. Now they definitely made Evoker. Yeah, dude, they're so good. They're gonna be fun. That Soar ability, there's a lot of people that never get to experience Soar or Dragon Riding from the beta. A lot of people get to watch it. It's one thing to watch beta flying, and it's one thing to experience it, actually like play it. And I'm hoping a lot of people like it. I was very, very surprised how much I like Dragon Riding, and Soar is a lot of fun. And they've been improving it, so it's like everybody else is gonna get like the final version of it. Because the original was a little bit rough, there was some bug stuff, the momentum stuff wasn't working as well or as expected, but nowadays it's even more intuitive. It's even more intuitive, so good. What guys are playing today? I'm playing the waiting room. We hopped on PTR for a little bit to mess around with some class changes from the PTR. Fairly apparently got adjusted, some minor updates here and there. Try to see if we can dive in a dungeon, can't on PTR. So I've been kind of just waiting for beta servers to come back up, man, honestly. Struggling to pick up a main, but playing, yeah, that's a tough one, Max. I don't know, it's... Pick up any class is good right now, like melee, but like... I think there's gonna be more classes that will be also synergetic with Shaman, just because Shaman will have a bigger toolkit too. They'll have a lasso, so like if you play a class that doesn't have a stun, the Shaman can stun for you now. So like a Marksman Hunter, imagine, would be pretty good, like if you're not running the pet stun. If you're running a class that doesn't have a lot of stuns, like a Mage, Shaman can stun for you. Shaman can set up a kill for you. So that could be really, really cool. You polymorph from a guy, the last of the guy you're trying to kill, you drop down big meat you with a couple pyro blasts on them, like you win the games like that. So Shaman, oh! We're back! Alright. What else should we play, chat? Let's play some Destro. That's one Warlock spec I think I barely played. Do we got any changes? Or is it just like servers are down, now they're up? We're back. Here we are. We did it. Do we have anything new? Let me look at the forums. If we have any new stuff at all. Nothing in development notes yet. Why am I on what? Oh, I think it was like B-roll stuff. That's why I'm in what areas. I was about to say, like, why am I in Warlords General? Yeah, there you go. How to acquire gear in beta? You just talk to a vendor. There's a PvP vendor and a PvE vendor. You just go and talk to them. So what's up? Guardian Druid and Holy DK. Wait, no, please. Unholy Death at tier set? Burst Infestor will increasing their damage by 25% attack speed. Oh, that's so good. Bursting a Festering Wound gives you gold Violent Fusion, increasing their damage by 25. Big buff. While Unholy Force set reduces the attack speed by 8. And this shades increases to 15 while Violent Fusion is active. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They really want you to burst a Festering Wound. That's okay. That's alright. I can live with that. Oh! Oh, that's cool. Vault of the Incarnates, PvP Season 1, and Mythic Plus Season 1. Hey, let's go, boys. What is new? Let's go. If I close that down. OBS? Oh, yeah, OBS is like, oh, I don't recognize this World of Warcraft. But if I change it to this, oh, I recognize this World of Warcraft. It's literally titled the same thing. OBS, please. Please. Help me. Help me. Is that all? Hold on, Guardian. Guardian. Pearl Druid. That's not new. Okay. Is that the 4-piece? Okay. Guardian Druid 4 set. Bigger heal. I'm okay with that. More healing. Evoker. We saw that earlier, actually. Without causing exhaustion. Okay, maybe there was some bugginess there. Reversion healing increased. Marksman rune to none, so basically you can... Reversion healing is a chance to cause the next level flame to instant cast and deal 20% more damage, so this basically can proc all the time now. Is that what it is? Now instead, enhance your through rays and sun kicks. Why did I say instead? Okay. Retribution. Radiant Decree. Oh, they added Radiant Decree into this one, so apparently that didn't work, or maybe it did. They buffed Assassination tier set in Venom, increased your weapon poison by 20. Yo, let's go, dude. Big and more bleeds. Oh, let's go. They nerfed it. Dispatch increases the damage of an extended striker ambush by 8. Okay. And half cost of pistol shot decreases the damage of dispatch by 25. Okay, nerfed. Subtlety. Gloomblade. Okay, so the added Gloomblade works for this one. Used to not work. And also added Gloomblade. Exhibition Rupture by 12 instead of 15. For 3 seconds. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. This could be good. For 3 seconds, that could be actually kind of good. Because you can like, finisher. You can like Gloomblade. Right? Shadow Strike. Crit. Eviscerate. Shadow Strike. Non-crit. Eviscerate if you build little comp points. That's okay, actually. That's alright. For 3 seconds. Instead of your next. Okay, that could be better actually. Because if you need to crit only once in a while, then not always. Alright, awesome. Alright, chat. Anybody got a Destro build that you would want me to try? Because I want to give Destro a proper go, man, but I don't think I've actually had a proper build. I'd want to do like a big AoE build. They fixed the RUI for professionals, did they? That's good. Wondering if they added bags. I don't think they've added... They didn't add really more more bags for us to have a bigger bag slot. I believe there will be bigger bags, because right now we only have 32 slots. But we also will have a reagent bag too, just for all the like crafting stuff. Is this the build that I want to try? I want to try like a proper AoE build with like a Rain of Fire. Because I don't think I've actually properly played Destro ever. It's just such a spec that everybody like giving up on. I really want to give it a solid try. Now, I don't really want to make the startup. Startup, I guess, is alright. I am going to make a quick stun AoE for Shadow Fury. Shadow Fury. Got it. Beautiful. I gotta go somewhere. I want to see if the Mythic Plus of it. I love the Mythic. If they just enabled the Mythic Plus NPCs all over again, man. I love that. If they did that, please just give me back my M Plus, guys. Please. To make one for Rain of Fire too. Rain of Fire. Okay. Yeah, they're not back. That's unfortunate. Big unfortunate. Will we be testing Plus not available? I guess like random dungeon. I would want to try to see if I can play the spec properly in like a random. Just want to give it a solid shot. I have like a haste build. I don't know how good that'll be. But I really just want to give Destruction like a proper run, like a proper go. Because I feel like that's one spec that not a lot of people really play. And I just don't, I want it to be good, but I really need to give it like a solid shot myself. To see if it actually isn't that bad of a spot. Is there a build that could work for his spec? I want to say there is. I want to hope, man. I want to believe. So how would I do like good AoE though? Not really Soulfire. Channel Demon Fire, I guess. You could do Infernal together with a Crashing Chaos and maybe like cooldown reduction build with Grand Warlock's design. Maybe that'll be the play. That or go for Fire and Brimstone. And then you cast Bolt Rain of Fire and then the next Incinerators do more damage. That could be a build actually. Maybe I'd do both. I kind of want to play into that Mayhem though too. I think that'd be really fun. So. Alright, so maybe go into Rain of Fire. Mayhem. Rain, and you would take more fire damage while inside of Rain of Fire and have Inferno do more damage, maybe. Don't really need Improved Immolate. I do want Backlash, but I don't necessarily need it. Probably do this. Conflagrate, Backdraft. Because damage over Immolate. I'm not really going to Immolate that much. When it deals damage to target above 80. I mean, maybe that'll be good. Reduce cooldown of Conflagrate. Oh, the group is up already. Wow. Okay. Not necessarily trying to Chaos Bolt, am I? Not really. Maybe that. And make that into a build, potentially. Sacrifice was gonna feel weird. I was trying to make weak class work. Me too, man. Me too. Like, I like trying to see if I can make an underdog work. Because that could be fun by itself. Do I have a Rain of Fire? Infernal. I need an Infernal. Infernal? Oh, summon Infernal. Here we go. Okay, this Evoker just popping off. I get it. We get a Michael. Is it working properly? Hopefully. I have no idea if it's working at all. This could be interesting with the Rain of Fire. I just don't know how this. Why is this working? The window? Should close this window. Alright, I guess we could work with that. Yeah, I don't know if I made a good build for destruction and whatnot, boys. I have no idea. I'm just gonna give this one a try and see how it works. Or if it works any at all. I just want to try it, you know? Get a couple of these in here. With these DKs. Hopefully Mayhem gets enough procs. Big rain of fire. Maybe we can make summon work. Hopefully. Get a big old Destro Bolt. I mean, kind of Rain of Fire Incinerate's doing work, sorta. Yeah, I just don't really know if I can make it a little bit better though. Probably is a way to like make it a little stronger. I don't really know. Class tuning, Evoker defensive buffs. Wait, Evoker defensive buffs? Did they actually do it? No way! Evoker defensive buffs, boys! Does opening map break the game too? It crashes every time I'm playing beta. Okay, well I'm not gonna open a map in that case. I have no idea. I'm not gonna open up my map just in case then. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. Not doing it. Okay, so that's a bunch of mobs here. Hopefully this does something. I mean, the Demon Hunter's popping off. We'll throw Mirage. They're kind of okay with Incinerates. Sorta. I just don't know how good Grimoire Sacrifice really is. I probably don't want to Grimoire Sacrifice though, do I? I just feel like I have to. Does it deal more damage though? If I did this. Right? And then ashes to ashes. Maybe I do like that. Maybe I just remove the Infernal completely. Okay, do it while Infernal is up. Oh, no. Okay, well, I'll do it like this then. There's probably like a better build for this. I maybe can remove that Incinerate building buff. But I don't know. Maybe that'll be stronger. Okay, does the tank know where we gotta go? Jimmy. Okay, I think Jimmy has an idea. I think he knows more or less. Also, my camera's looking really weird, Chad. That's an add-on. I forgot to disable it. That's okay. Let me just get a couple of these guys in here. I wonder if you can make like a proper... Like, I guess you would probably make like a Rain of Fire build, right? As a Destro. You kind of have to. Can you make like a proper Incinerate... Chaos Bolty build, maybe? I don't know if you can in AoE. I don't know if it'll be effective. I'm starting to feel less so. I mean, it's kind of keeping up, sorta. How would you improve on this build, chat? Like, if you wanted to, if you could. How would you improve on this? Because maybe not the Incinerate route. Maybe I go Inferno route. Just go for like mad Infernal. Like mimic the current build we have on live with that tier set. I gotta keep for beta. Do you change your group UI to make it so you group UI I have right now? So the way we did it is also no tank. You go into the edit mode. You find the one that says party frames, and you can change it to like use race style party. So you can give you like the class colors and stuff. That's what I did. Hopefully that helps. But Jom is DC'd. Alright, I guess we're just gonna keep going without him. Oh, what the Tuskar? Said to increase your Dragon Isle Jillcraft knowledge. Really? What the? Just for rescuing that guy? Oh yeah. Alright. What if I went no Infernal at all, chat, and we just went full burn to ashes, big burn playstyle, big burn damage? What if we tried that? I kinda wanna give that a go. With someone in a pet. So like a proper pet build. You know, awesome. Honestly, my guy, if you got any more questions, let me know. That's what I'm here for. Answering questions whenever I can. Here we go. I'll try this. God, I'm afraid to open the map. Am I gonna crash? Okay, I didn't crash open the map. Okay, well at least there's that. Where challenge shade is even stronger on ascending. Wait, really? Are there actually big changes this time around? Hold on, I gotta peep them out. Now I gotta check them out. Thank you so much for giving me a bow, by the way, Priest. I'm doing no damage, but I appreciate you for at least believing in me, even a little bit. I appreciate you for even giving me a chance to do some kind of damage. Yeah, I feel like maybe the spec could be good, chat. Like it just, I feel like it just needs a little bit more. You know, it just needs a little bit more. But maybe it's the build. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I want it to be good. Like maybe like in big cleave when I can hit multiple targets, maybe that's where it's good. I don't know, man. Also, I like how we haven't got a tank by the way yet. There's a time where we just been kind of waiting. Also, is my pet actually there? But my pet bar is gone completely. Hopefully my pet is not like AFK or anything. Maybe we should do Cataclysm instead to make this work a little bit better. Just because spreading like immolation or immolation on everybody takes a little bit too long in my opinion. Wait, let me do Incinerate. Just because I have a couple of charges Incinerate waiting here. Hope I can get this spell maybe? Where's my pet bar? Where's the pet bar at? Pet bar. It's not showing up. Do I gotta resummon one? I'm gonna try summoning. Let's see if it works. Buff Garou by 40%. Oh, really? 40% buff to Garou. I like it. Yeah, pet bars is gone. I'm hoping my pet is like not on passive. Are you on passive? You should be on assist. Okay, well you're on assist now. Maybe I don't know what happened to a pet bar. Is it invisible? Sans bar, pet bar. Always show buttons? Or not? I mean, we don't necessarily need a tank for heroics. Like as you can see, we're just doing fine on our own, really. Yeah, this incineration like cleave build is kind of okay, but not really great. Not really doing the work we needed to. What is this? I did not mean to havoc that thing. Hold on a second. My havoc randomly spread to a random knoll, literally super far out. Also, why is there a wall here? I gotta go around. Yeah, now there's a random wall here, chat. That's new. You have to make 40% damage, but lasts 4 seconds less. That's fine. Yeah, that was expected. For rogues, that was an expected change. Yeah, a lot of rogues were like, yeah, that's needed. So maybe I should try like a Rain of Fire Infernal build next time around. Like this. We got no Infernal, no pet buffs or nothing. Just incinerates. Yeah, my damage way behind the Demon Hunter. Ridiculously behind. Oh my god, just barraged it. Alright, well, let's try a different build, chat. That didn't work out. That experiment did not work well. I want to try like a Rain of Fire. I want to try like a Channel Demon Fire build. Pick up Cataclysm. Go into big Channel Demon Fire Immolation build. I don't necessarily need Incinerate, but I can do Immolation. Immolate deals damage to anybody. It's gonna be just a little bit more effective. Kinda want to try Ruin, because all these other abilities do more with Ruin. Yeah, can I put points in? Kind of. Cooldown reduction, maybe? Let's try that, chat. Let's try this, see how good it works. Or if it works any. Just experiment with it, you know? So we got Channel Demon Fire, that can go there. I need to figure out where I'm gonna put Soulfire. Here, I guess? So I need to make a Cataclysm macro real quick. Cataclysm. Huge. Okay, that'll go here. So should be able to cataclysm a bunch of stuff and then just go big AoE right after. Hopefully. Maybe. Maybe I use it too early. Okay, they really rather random walls into this place that I don't remember having ever. This guy's trying to give me PIs, man. He's trying to give me some sort of PI, some sort of damage buff. I appreciate him trying. Well, this is back up to 15. Oh, is it really? Okay, they're messing around with them then, I guess. Trying to see which one works better. Please attack it. There we go. Okay, so the bed is not completely unpassive. That's good to know. Try to see if I can maybe hit them all with a quick channel demon fire. Okay. Nice. So that's a little shorter. That'll run shorter because he ate a guy. Yeah, the spec is kind of fun. Like, I think it has so many cool different like aspects to it, but it's just the damage wise, it just, I don't know. Maybe I could improve it on it more. Maybe I go into like a full Rain of Fire Ritual of Ruin build, right, chat? Maybe okay, that's what I'll do, because I feel like I could probably swap around builds all the time. I'll just try keeping this build and try keep it going. See if it keep lasting a little bit longer. No demonology, no changes to Dastro. Good, Dastro didn't really need changes, honestly. Dastro didn't necessarily need changes. I feel like if anything, demonology nerves, probably into demon doggers, isn't it? I haven't taken a look at them at all. I'll probably peep in just a moment here. Trying to make a Destro build work, man, if I can. If I can do it. Maybe we can just get a bunch of resources here in a bit. Trying to keep the dot damage rolling in. It's like a damage over time gameplay, sorta. Maybe I'm going too spread in this build. Maybe I'm trying to do too many things all at once. I'm not sure though. It definitely takes a lot longer of a setup to get this whole combo to work. I don't know, the question I guess is, do I actually want to wait that long for that combo? I don't know if it's worth. Just might need to build some damage. I don't know, it just feels like whatever build I make for Destro, it feels like I don't have enough talent points, and it feels like I'm always missing something core that will make the build perfect, you know? That's kind of how it feels. It just feels like there's some kind of core of it that I'm missing. I don't know what it is though. Every single time I think like maybe I figured it out. No, I don't. Maybe a bunch of Rain of Fire. Maybe that'll do it. I don't know. It was kind of okay. It's just maybe because the things are dying so fast. It's just I can't really ever get my damage to ramp up. Boomy Hunter, my mains. Yeah, you gotta play those. Astral Vacation, Eclipse, Starfall. Boomy's nerfed a little. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll probably peep it in just a moment. Can we go like really big AoE? Oh no, with the Demon Hunter we can do definitely huge on AoE. Wanna go massive here. Try to see if we can make some kind of a play ourselves. Big AoE maybe? Maybe make this immolation build work somehow. Get a couple of Rains of Fire. Maybe they'll do something. Oh, even the monk with Resident Fizz. That is so good, man. Resident Fizz. It seems like that's an ability that will probably get toned down a little bit. I've been seeing that ability to like slap a ton of AoE damage. But I guess if you're going for like really uncapped AoE, it's kind of nutty. Orc Blood Elf Warlock could never decide. Orc Blood Elf or Warlock. Orc or Blood Elf as a Warlock. Oh, that's a hard one. I feel like Orc if you're gonna be playing like pets, because you get a little bit more damage for pets. But if you like Blood Elf for the aesthetics, I don't think you'll be that behind on aesthetic. Plus the ratio is generally pretty good. That'll be my advice. It feels like by the time I get my damage chat, it's like everything is dead. That's like my biggest gripe with it right now. So it's like I want to say that it doesn't feel that great to play, but it's also like I just feel like I haven't really get to ramp. I feel like I just need a ramp in order to make some damage happen. I just need a ramp. The thing is, I also have a lot of haste too. Like my gears is hasted, maybe not the boots, but everything else is haste as possible. So maybe I just need to go get a bunch of really cheesy crafted gear or something. Maybe that'll do the trick. Can I get a heal? Evoker? Never mind. It's the Holy Priestess healing us. For some reason I thought it was Evoker. Okay, maybe this is where we get some benefits. Let's go for that 2-target cleave. Huh? Okay, that's tragic. That's actually tragic. I set up a whole Cataclysm Knot thing and it did nothing. Oh no. Destro, what have they done to you? What have they done to you, baby? Okay, well maybe we... Yeah, not having that have a cleave too. Evoker took a single spell at it and wiped it out. I don't even know if he was focusing it either. I think he just cleaved it in passing. Am I just playing the most like geared giga... No, not even giga crafted gear people, no. Just Evoker doing Evoker things. Man, this feels bad. Okay, Red's OP again. Sanctified Wrath, Popular Crusade. Become an avatar retribution. Each holy power spent causing you to explode holy damage. Oh, okay, cool. Neat. Let me go hit some train dummies chat. I want to figure this out with Destro. Play Demon, please. Yeah, if I want to play like a spec that actually feels good to play, Demonology would be the play. See what the changes are looking like. Mastery Dreadblade. Change something about it? Morbidity. Didn't nerf it? Please tell me that it works, right? Flat modifies fire value. Wait, did the changes to morbidity actually works with diseases? I think they might have actually made it better. I'm sure Viscera is better, I think. I think it's a buff skills with Versa now. Nutty. Blade Dance, slight buffs for Blade Dance actually. Nerfs to Chaos Strike a little bit. Mission Aura duration by 4 seconds. Slight nerfs to I-Beam. Buffs to Third Blood. But I think this was from last week though. Elysian slightly nerfed. Yeah, that's all. It looks like a lot of the nerfs from earlier in the week. Yeah. $8 is a little bit better. Hunt is a little bit weaker. That's not all normal though. That seems like all the changes from last week. I'd like to see an official like blue post on changes. Okay, those are the feral adjustments we talked about earlier. And the Guardian changes. I don't know what they did with the Rage of the Sleeper. It's on there, but I don't know what it did. Evoker stuff. I think that's all from earlier. Oh, they did increase the survivability though. Hold up. I gotta check this out. Oh, okay. Hold on. 2%, 4%. Obsidian scales 20% damage reduction. Hey, that's kind of good. Reducing damage taken by 30. Okay. Scales that gain additional charge. Oh, that's huge. Wait. Deep Root removes all root effects? Huge. Hell yeah. That's good. Naughty. Okay. Wait, did it change Dream Breath to work exactly as the other ability? So 1 heals for spell power plus that. Instantly. And then heals. Do they change Dream Breath so it has more of like the same amount of healing, just one is a hot, one is more bursty? Oh, that'd be so good. That'd be nuts. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Dark Frenzy. I think this is all from early in the week though. A lot of these are from early in the week. Yeah, some of these do look like they're new, but it's actually like part of the blue post that they posted last week. So it looks like it's new, but not really new. Wait, Mystery River, did they add the calls for GG? Wait, did they add it? Challenge to rune current power. Wait, what the hell? Okay, weird. I don't understand. Is the Kieran ability? Is the Kieran Lego coming back as a talent chat? Is that what's happening? Works like a reverse flame. Ah, okay. X heals for hot Y. Okay, nice. I like that change. Because I like what they did up with the flame. So you can apply that as a healing over time ahead of time. I think it's good. Pally stuff. I just go and look at the actual blue post when you have an official one. Because a lot of this stuff is changes from before. Periodic Shadow Ward Pain and VT damage with 30% chance to apply. So they buffed it. They took VT out of it though. Oh, they took DP out of it. That's good. Because you don't need to DV, but you got more chances. Max 4 targets. Stam applied, consuming the stack, 1 second, 12 damage to all nearby enemies, damage beyond 5 targets. If enemy does like avoid all stacks immediately. Oh, that's so good. Wait, 25 apparitions? Oh, okay, so you summon more Yogs, but they're not as effective, but you get only 25. Wait, that's a buff. Instead of like, okay, so you have someone 4 Yogs. Instead of 100, you summon 1. That was 300. You summon 4 over that time, all doing 120. I think that's a buff. That's a good change. That's a good change too. Oh, Shadow Priest is going to be good. Yeah, Garou buffed, Melee buffed, Rupture buffed, Amplifying buffed, Crimson buff, buff. I think it's a buff overall. They made it more responsive. So like shorter duration, it's more responsive, chat. They actually fixed it on more than just what this talent tells you here. Buff. Seps is buff too. Hey. Outlet nerfed? Oh yeah, that's from last week though. That's normal. That's above though. Like we get more energy regen. We just do more damage because we got more energy. And just nerfs for that spec. Buff. I like that though, because ambush builds have been really fun to play. Basic Visitor got nerfed. Poison got buffed. That's good. Echoing got buffed. It's okay. Slaughter buffed too. Slaughter and Poison, which is not really a thing anymore. What about the Warlocks? That was expected. Your start fell some does damage. Also expected. Also expected. Also expected. Okay. Wait, did they change it from like 1.2 to 2? Okay, so you basically get like lesser points to work with. And what does it change Smite? Actually, I could probably have Smite DM me exactly what changed. Because it says they're looking better. Oh, buff to... Oh yeah, this is all from last week though. Yeah, I think all these are from last week. Oh, that's huge. That's cool. Auto attack damage and speed. Why does it say 200 damage? Rage and Blood got buffed. Okay. Yeah, so some of these are new, but not all of them, though. Okay, cool. Let me go find some train dummies. I want to see if I can make this build work, man. York by Shonkek W. Okay. Yes, it is. I am not going to be wrong. Rogue is biased. This rogue right here, sitting in front of the stream, is biased. I'm not going to lie, chat. I'm not going to lie. That being said, Assassination was behind on damage, though. Like, that just is a fact. Out of all the Rogue 3 Rogue specs, Assassination was behind. So Assassination should receive some buffs. I don't think it's going to make him OP, but it's going to bring him more in line with other specs. The Outlaw nerfs hurt, but the energy regen change is great. I think it's overall going to be better, but the damage nerfs were, I think, okay. Subtlety ones I'm a little bit confused by, because I don't think Subtlety was in that good of a spot, but it's okay. I have for pre-patch next week. Yes, I am. Very. For the max grid, they did 22k testing of Shadow Priest maximum. Priest did 12k with a priest change for that idol. The max they crit for 22k just tested with Shadow Priest. The minimum priest did was 12k with a priest change. Wait, for which ability specifically? The idol of Nazath? So you're telling me that... Is that a buff or a nerf overall? Like, what would you say it's a change for better or worse? It seems like it's a nerf. So chat, how do I make like a proper duster build, man? Like, what do we do? I want to make like a, I think a Infernal into Avatar Destruction build, right? I guess you could do that, right? Would that work at a good AoE build? I'm not sure it's more consistent, at least because this chain was like 100 stacks right now. It's 550. For Yogg, it should be 25. If you're talking about Nazath, I have no idea what the stacks are. Yeah, I would have no idea on the Yogg one. Alright, I don't know why my pet's bar doesn't show up, by the way, chat. I have no clue. You want a Bloodlust in beta 2? You want a Bloodlust on beta 2? Do you want a Bloodlust? No, you're fine. You're good, fam. I appreciate it, though. Yeah, for some reason my pet bar doesn't show up, man. Yeah, for some reason that's just like all hidden. My sense bar is there, but pet bar is just invisible. Yeah, I have no clue. Alright, let's just try this out, boys. Go for big AoE here. Or for as much AoE as we can. Just go Rain of Fire build. I mean, maybe Destruction Warlocks will be doing basically the same what they were doing on live. They're just playing an Inferno build with the Rain of Fire playstyle. That's very, very possible. I was just hoping maybe for a bit more variety. But that seems to do 40,000 damage. That's kind of okay-ish. That's better than what I was doing earlier, I think. Yeah, chat, what'd you guys say about this? I mean, that could work, right? I was hoping maybe with like a little bit more variety. But that's okay. I guess this is the build you will play. You just don't have the same cooldown reduction anymore, though. You were going to summon Blasphemies, so that's going to be a little helpful. Blasphemies do help out with the resources. Do you know a Frostmage build? I don't really know that many Frostmage builds now. Yeah, I think Destruction, if you do end up playing Destro, you'll probably play that same Rain of Fire, big AoE. How do I pull my pet back now? I actually have no idea. Pet ability, there we go. Wait, don't I have my pet bar enabled? Is that what the problem is? It should be there. Alright, I guess this is built the same with the pet bar. That's weird. So hold on, what is all this? I have Guardian of H kicks up every 2 minutes. Get to the Valkyrie, Wretched Protector, and wings up every 1 minute with Wretched Protector. Was it Guardian King's 5 minutes? That seems kind of good. So that's for Prot? Okay, cool. Yeah, I gotta give it a try then. Whenever they have Mythic Pluses open, I definitely gotta give them a go. You feel like Mage is in a good spot? Mage is in an okay spot. I think Arcane was looking really fun. And Frost was doing kind of... I guess Fire apparently was doing really good. That's why they nerfed it recently. Apparently Fire was doing like ridiculously good. And then I'm kind of gutting it. But yeah. Raiden, what's it going? What's per invite? Oh man, we got a raid tonight. Oh, chat, I'll be honest, I really don't want to go raid tonight. Oh my god, I feel like I've been raiding for so long, this expansion. I'm like overrating at this point. Am I the only one, man? Am I the only one who's kind of like so done with raiding? I mean, it feels bad, dude. How would I make a Chaos Bolt? I want to try Chaos Bolt Cleave with Cry Havoc. I want to see if that can ever become good. Play Rain of Chaos, maybe? And I need one more point somewhere else. What would I put a point into? Conflagrate, maybe? So I can randomly cleave. Let's do that. No more fire. I'm hoping the Frost and Arcane will be able to shine more, though. Like, they'll have actual, like, space to shine. But I know that fire was nerfed recently with, like, a Pyroblasty build. I don't think it would be nerfing it if it was undertuned. Think about someone keeps getting nerfed. I think the performance is actually quite high right now. I mean, I think the only reason why they're not doing well is bugs. But I could be wrong on that one, though. I could be totally wrong on that one. But I believe that that's the case at the moment with them. Alright, chat. We're going to try and get some Chaosbolt Havoc cleave. I want to see if that can work well any. See if Chaosbolts can cleave and make Cry of Havoc work. I mean, that's a lot of Chaosbolts back to back. If that can cleave properly with Mayhem. Holy Mayhem is actually proccing. Okay, now Mayhem procced. Great. No, as I don't have a Chaosbolt ready. Pet, please. Please do stuff. Pet, please. Kill stuff. Thank you. I need a better attack and stuff. I think I need to kind of like, okay, I need to have a basic chaos bolt ready as soon as I get a proc of mayhem, so I can get some cleave in there. I mean, maybe there'll be a playstyle where we play Havoc and stuff. Maybe, right? This Cry Havoc, I think, can be kind of good. Possibly. Man, I want Desert to be good, but it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like it's missing something. And I don't really know what it is. Just tuning, maybe. Like, maybe it's fine, it's just tuning maybe is off. I don't know, man. How do you guys feel about Destro? Like, what are you guys' thoughts on it? Like, what do you think it needs? That Cry Havoc is not really impressing me. Chaos is doing kind of fine. Like, I love that whole Chaos and Car and the fact that you can control your mastery a lot better. I like there's like support for like Demon Fire build with Ruin and Conflagrated Shadow Burn. I don't know, maybe just gotta play into Havoc. Play into proper Havoc and have proper AoE cleave and stuff. Is Impulse more friendly for melee range DPS? I think at first, it's at the beginning of the season, it is better for melee because of interrupts, but as the expansion goes on, I think range ends up scaling better. I think at the very beginning of the season, melee are stronger. Happens so much in Duration duels? Maybe. Yeah, that's probably the problem. Too many Duration duels. You guys have a good one after McDonald. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for coming by. My pet's still funny stuff. It is. Oh, please. I can't control my pet well at all, man. It's just, it's got a mind of its own right now. Like the pet bar just doesn't really work properly. Put it on passive and tell it to attack. I don't have a pet bar at the moment, so I guess we'll do it like this. Unless I make like another, let's do this, make another key action bar. I'll just make that my pet bar. Wait. Maybe disabling dynamic cam is the problem why I don't have my pet bar. Hold on, let me try that. Is the nerf still expected to come? For which class? Oh, yeah, that actually is why my pet bar is gone. What the hell? Alright, dynamic cam breaks things. Good to know. That's my pet bar. Depends on which class you're looking for, my guy. Let's try going into like heavy fire damage here. Up Ruin. I want to combine this build with it's like a Shadow Burn playstyle. It's very instant cast heavy. What could I combine that with? Mastery? I'm trying to really make something out of left field here, chat. Just something really out of the box here. Try playing into maybe like more into Shadow Fury build with a tier set. Or not tier set, but the artifact weapon. Oh god, that's a lot of bars. Wait, Rain of Fire? I don't have a Rain of Fire. Wait, okay, I didn't think of this build through. I didn't really think this build through really well. For some reason it's working though. Sorta. Maybe it's doing just a lot of single target. That was just the Infernal didn't work. Which is probably the case. Huh. Why is this thing doing 41,000 in single target? Is this because it's cleaving? That's weird. I was trying to make some kind of like an out-of-the-box weird Warlock build and play into maybe like a Ruin, which increases the damage of a Conflagrate, Channel Demon Fire, Shot of Burn, Soul Fire. Just go into like some kind of weird insta-casting thing. I don't know though. I mean, Shot of Burns do quite a bit of damage actually. Imagine you could make like Shot of Burn double cleave and just mostly go into like instant cast while random cleaving things. Maybe that could be a build. Enhance the Warrior Dual for 276 cast build. Apparently there was a million crit. Apparently somebody already did a melee crit on a tank, because tanks take more damage than everybody else. But yeah, apparently tanks could already take million of damage of these guys sometimes. There's some really cheesy, wacky stuff going on right now. Yeah, not having run to fire is really awkward. Yeah, so maybe I adjust this build and just add a Rain of Fire and just keep the same thing rolling. See how that goes. Experiment with that. Maybe this will be an okay single target build. I don't know, man. I feel like I feel kind of limited by what destruction can do. I just don't feel like I have enough talent points to really make what I want to make. There's some cool synergies I want to try, but I just don't think they'll like really play off of each other. Like the whole 3 conflagrations, you can pick up maybe like ruins so you get more conflagration damage, pick up decimations so some cooldown reduction so you can soul fire more often, pick up conflagration chaos where conflagration shadow burns have a 50% chance to guarantee you next cast of that ability to be a guaranteed crit and do more damage. So maybe you'll make like a crit based build a lot stronger with some dimensional rift for movement. But like it just doesn't really synergize off of anything else, you know? Like, Madness of Ajikir really makes you play into like a Rain of Fire chaos build. Does technically work for Shadowburn, but like, not really at the same time, you know? I just don't really know, like, how would I make this more synergetic? So just take points out of here and just pick up Rain of Fire. Maybe that's what you do. I'm not sure, man. The Dark Moon Fair Trinket, yeah, it's sitting for 180. Yeah, it could do a lot of damage. Yeah, we've had a whole video on it. On the channel. It could do a lot, man. It could do quite a bit. I don't know, chat. I want to try this. I don't know. I'm not able to really come up with like a proper Duster Warlock single target or AoE build. I want to try seeing what can I make like an AoE build or something. Or single target build. Try to take the same thing I've been doing here. Just burn it on a single target. See if it works any. Just swimming in resources right now. It's kind of doing single target damage, sort of. So next Shadowburn will be like a guaranteed crit. It lasts for a while, actually. I mean, Conflagrates can randomly just hit for really, really hard for 30Ks. I mean, it's pretty good, huh? I mean, could that be a thing? Could that be a build, chat? Like an instant cast focus build? I don't know. There's something about Destro feels a little off, man. I just can't put my finger on it at all. I mean, instant cast damage is kind of okay. Maybe it's like a stat thing? I don't know, just something about this pick feels like it's missing something. I don't really know what it is though. I don't know. I'm looking at a Sentry and give me some opinions. Sentry is really good. I think there's a lot of fun playstyles there. I feel like that one's a lot easier to put together, like some of the playstyles available. Although, chat, I do have a raid in like 3 minutes. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow, yeah? Do some more dungeon testing, class testing, find some fun, exciting builds for tomorrow. Because I literally got a raid in 3 minutes. I don't know if I'm needed for the first boss or anything like that, so I probably should hop on over there and help my guild clear through the instance, shouldn't I? Boys, thanks so much for coming by. I appreciate you, boys. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Apparently more class being announced. Base nature with Mages of the Dead. Scaling Mastery. Oh, that's huge. More mage now affects range caster summons. Oh, that's a big buff. Yo, that's a huge increase for Death Knight. That's a massive increase. Damage increased by 8. Wait a second. Class 3, I-beam damage reduced. Hunt reduced. That was from last week, I believe. Okay, that's all there. We kind of looked at some of those. Now affected by Eclipse of Mastery. Oh. Oh, that's huge. Eclipse of Mastery. Yo, that's a boss right there. Wait, Denizen of Dream and Golden's Fang a buff, man. Ah, Orbital Strike. Affected by Boss of all things is so good. No longer critical strike, okay. No longer benefit crit twice from stats, okay. By talents, mastery invocation has been increased, has been reduced by 45%. Okay, I guess maybe it was too good. Let's see how the several spells have been reduced. Beta still working on this changes, so expect a few more. Starfall damage has been reduced by another 35. No way, dude. They're just reducing Starfall, man. Move talents around. Yeah, we saw that. Preservation up by 6 second, 12 second. Okay, so they're just scaling like you guys said earlier. With a burst and a heal over time. Darby's damage increased by 50% more, or is that from last week? That might have been from last week. Several bugs. I feel like partially it's new stuff, but partially it's older stuff. Powerblast damage, that's also the same. Bug fixes, that's good. Priest Shadow Crash. I like the Shadow Priest changes. I'm really happy about those. Echo and Void damage reduced by 60. Okay, that's fine. I think it was doing really good. But yeah, man, that's unfortunate with Echo and Void, but maybe it was like doing too good. Yeah, I think ASUS changes were necessary. It looks like some of them are bought by more, like 25%, so it's a little bit more than last time I looked at it. All the nerfs, but and also buff. Yeah, Roll the Bones buff got changed. I thought a lot of those stuff already covered though. Was 15. Wait, so that is like Elemental Spirits followed by 15, so it doesn't get reduced for like LE damage? Okay, apparently it doesn't. Demon Lock up nerfed. Tyrant Demon Fire damage increased by 50. Okay, Tyrant apparently was falling behind. It was there just to buff everybody else. Skull Splitter damage, Mortal Strike damage reduced. Yeah, that's all expected. Fear Roar buffs are kind of nice. Cheers that changes. Yeah, so everything we looked at earlier. Suitable professions. Okay, cool. Alright, chat. Thank you, boys. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for coming by to the stream. I appreciate you. I'm not going to stream the raid. Not going to stream the raid. I think I'm just going to take it easy and get some work done tonight. Boys, thanks so much for coming by. Thanks so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow, back on that Dragonflight beta. I got a pretty nice video to work on this evening. Going to be spending quite a bit of time tonight on it. If I'm out on the bosses, that will give me more time to work on the vid. Appreciate you so much. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for coming by. Tomorrow, yo, William, all you boys, come back tomorrow with any kind of builds or any classes you're looking at and you want me to explore in the beta. I'll give you guys some builds, man. I definitely want to give Will a build for Assassination. Give you some ideas, man. Just an official format. Yeah. Come back tomorrow, man. We can take a much closer look at it. Also, I want to see if Jake, because Jake has been insanely good at constructive builds for me, man. I want to see if Jake can construct me like a proper Destruction Warlock build that he thinks may be able to work. I want to give Destra another proper go, man. I really want to give that spec a try. I want Destra to work at some point, but man, so far it's just been a little like, I want to figure out if Destra can properly play. It feels like as a spec, it's missing something, man. I don't know what it is. You know, like a lot of these other specs that we played, it feels like there's so many cool things you put together and just works. 100 belts. I gotta give Survival another go, man. I definitely gotta give Survival more goes. I feel like I barely play it. Also, Beastmaster, I gotta play that too. Especially with some of the bug fixes that I have for like Dire Beast and play and whatnot. Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow, come back, boys. Just give me a class you're interested in. We'll take a look at it. Thank you all so much for coming by. Appreciate you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna go raid and suffer through another run of Sepulcher. I cannot wait until the pre-patch is here. Doing Sepulcher and all these raids with the new class challenges and stuff is gonna be miles more fun, man. Boys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll see you boys next stream, alrighty? You guys have a wonderful... Oh, Matukes. There we go, my guy. You are, but you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, peace.
But you hurt me so much that I had to leave you. Girl, I thought that you and I would be perfect together. But you hurt me so much that I had to leave you. Be perfect together, but you hurt me so much that I had to leave you. Girl, I thought that you and I would be perfect together, but you hurt me so much that I had